no one's dying.
Not unless you do something stupid.
Oh. Is Abigail gonna kill us? Like, there's literally nothing to
Not if you
worry
do
about.
something stupid.
Not if I do. Not.
She won't kill us if we do something stupid, yes.
So then we've got it in the bag.
Right?
We switched over, by the way.
I know.
I know we did. We switched over when it was like my armpit on camera.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jacqueline Hair.
I said let's dance, and nobody heard me, so...
We were supposed to dance?
No. Because when the timer goes down, it says let's dance vamps.
This is the first time I'm hearing of this. And we're
Yeah,
on session 8.
It says let's dance.
It says let's dance vamps when the actual timer goes down.
Oh.
I know it do that, Jesse. I know.
It was like a little...
I care.
It was a cute thing that I did.
It is cute. And now that we know, you can announce it so that we know to dance next time we go around.
Is that what we're gonna do? We're just gonna do a little wiggle?
Yeah, we can do like a little wiggle dance.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
20 months straight, Jesus.
It's looking pretty good.
Bro, I checked like the Discord the other day, and I have only been in the Discord for like 7 months, guys.
Has it felt longer?
You're cheating.
Or
Yeah.
Well, that's because
Like-
you came in right around the pandemic.
Probably.
And we've all aged like 10 years.
20 years, yeah, by that point.
Hey, Poe did it!
Poe did do it? Okay, great.
Yeah, it works.
Awesome.
Anyway, hey guys, we started, and I swapped over a while ago, but we all know that we were all kind of discussing the meta of it all, but that's fine too. Hey, it's Friday!
And that means we're going to play a game. And today's game is our VTM 5th edition game, Vampire at the Disco. And our lovely Coterie just got done taking down a juvenile werewolf, which was a daunting task, and I'm sure that the Coterie never wants to do that ever again.
It would have been fine if anybody else wanted to help out.
I know.
Oh my gosh!
It is sad when the Toreador does the most damage.
I'm sorry. I got
a pretty boy in here.
I got a -2 dice. I'm sorry.
To be fair, I would say that Caleb would be quite proud of you because Caleb's character is a Toreador that likes to attack things.
That's true, yeah.
So...
Also, Jesse, I don't know if your mic is in front of you.
It's not.
Scoop.
Fix that.
Now it is.
Now it is.
Is
All right.
better?
There's a quick TLDR. Cool. You guys know this, but maybe the audience doesn't. Vampire the Masquerade is a game system where you play evil, mean vampires, and they do some squicky things sometimes. We cover
evil.
Well, you don't have to be evil.
Okay.
You don't have to be, but
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Yeah, exactly, right? You can see where Jacksin is on the spectrum.
What's the thing that Yoda said? It all depends on your point of view.
He said size matters not, we, and he jumped up in the air.
Funny joke! Anyway, we use a lot of safety tools, so that if we ever approach any kind of like squicky topics, we'll typically flag it with a content warning, so that way you guys are aware of what is to come. That being said, let's go around the board here, and I would love for everybody to tell me who you are playing, what clan they are, and what is one thing your character likes about Halloween. Did they ever dress up as a child? And I know that I did some research. Halloween was actually relatively recently commercialized in the 1950s, which is right around where some of you babies were born. So who wants to volunteer first? As I see all these muted cameras, I'm just going to pick Jesse.
Everybody's muted because they're following good Zoom etiquette from their schools and stuff like that. You know, mute your mic unless you have to talk. Which is something that everybody knows, and then they never talk, and then the teachers feel alone forever. Okay, so my name is Jesse, and I'm playing Fitzgerald Winters, also known as Fitz to Friends.
He has no friends.
But none of you are my friends, which is the joke that I've said a couple of times now. And I'm still gonna say it until I feel like you guys can be my friends, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Don't hold your breath. Hey, look at that! We can't actually hold our breath because we're dead, so...
In fact, you have to go through great lengths to actually take a breath.
Yeah, so probably keep holding that breath that you can't breathe. Anyway, I am the Malkavian of the group. The resident Malkavian. And then as far as whether or not Fitz like to dress up for Halloween... I'm gonna say that Fitz was mostly ambivalent about it, but because he has a brother, there is probably some like pair costumes.
I imagine that in the long time ago, when things were innocent and nice and happy, that your brother probably always wanted to dress up, but was timid to bring it up. So it would actually have to be you, the one to bring it up to the parents to make him happy.
And then have to dress up.
And then you guys like didn't have any like really good costumes. You probably wore like a single sheet, and then mom cut several holes out, and you were just a double humped ghost.
I was gonna ask if they did twin costumes like PB and J and stuff like that, Bonnie and Clyde.
I think that they would probably start doing that stuff probably right around now, like the 50s, and 60s were still kind of like.
I think the 50s
new.
and 60s still had like legitimately terrifying costumes for children, like
Yeah.
those
Oh, yeah.
weirdly casted masks.
God awful.
For people who could actually like afford like the super like expensive stuff. Otherwise, you literally wore a bed, an old bed sheet. It was great. Anyway, thank you, Jesse. I look forward to the things.
Whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah, whatever Fitz is gonna do. That's completely and utterly logical. Who wants to go next? Don't make me pick you, like a teacher.
Even if I picked students, they wouldn't answer. So like that tactic doesn't work.
All right, well, because it's either that or we don't play the game, so one of them has to go. Really?
This is exactly how it feels.
Is this what we're doing, guys?
This is what it feels like.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us for Vampire the Masquerade. I guess we'll end the stream now. Fucking one of you go.
Wow. Okay, hi. I played Vanessa the Bruja, and she did do Halloweens, and she started to do them more often because of her little brother, and she often like tried to dress up a little bit when she took him out to go trick-or-treating.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
In the horrible streets of Detroit.
in the horrible unsafe.
Yeah, it's probably a miracle that both Davy and Vanessa are alive. But
Well,
hey,
Vanessa isn't alive.
Well, Vanessa hasn't tried to take her brother out on trick or treating recently, but hey,
No.
she always could in the future. Thank you, Bart.
It's true.
I look forward to Vanessa meeting the Count. That's all I have to say.
I don't.
That's such an official title. Goodness.
I
don't because I'm scared. It's either going to be someone awful.
Look. There's the Prince, there's the Baron, and now there's a Count.
Yeah?
Count Dracula?
It's Count Chocula.
Chocolate.
This is the Halloween sponsored episode.
I literally have a box of Count Chocolate if you want me to. It's literally right there.
Oh my god. Jesse, I can see on stream your blue pointer.
What?
Your blue teacher's pointer.
Oh.
Bro, I always see Jesse's blue teacher pointer. Like, it's literally always there.
Excellent.
It amuses me.
Now everyone knows Jesse's a teacher. Andromeda.
I think they knew based on.
I know, based off Jesse's rants. You're right.
What up? I am Andromeda. I'm playing VW, the resident Tremere, and VW definitely wasn't at a house giving away candy, and if she ever did go trick-or-treating, it probably was the classic sheet, eyes, pillowcase.
No shoes.
Like, yeah, no shoes. Like, the cheapest costume
That's the real
possible.
terrifying part of the costume. The fungus that is clearly growing between your toes.
As a child.
No one here has shoes. I've established this because VW and
I'm trying to eat, guys.
Vanessa,
I'm trying to eat.
Vanessa and Fitz had their things shipped and taken away, and Jackson doesn't wear a shirt. So you want to look me in the eyes and tell me
She was
like,
wearing boots.
Shoes? Like no one.
Jackson
no one
wears
here.
fucking heels, my guy.
Jackson
No one here
doesn't
has
wear
shoes.
pants.
Vanessa went and bought some nice ash boots, okay?
Yeah, sure.
With the money she found.
So, thank you, Andromeda. I am I'm curious to see what not trouble VW is going to get into as the Tremere. Michael.
Hello, my name is Michael. I play Jacksin Preen, the Vampire Queen, the Peacock of Glam Rock, Shepherd of Sin. Jacksin Preen doesn't give a fuck about Halloween because a real queen dresses up every damn day.
I love it.
That's basically everything I have to say about that.
What's your clan, as if it wasn't obvious enough?
What's the one with the magic? I'm that one.
A thin blood, great.
That's it. Yeah. I'm a thick blood in real life, but in the game I'm a Toreador. That's not true. I have a very good blood pressure.
Why didn't you put like killer
They
werewolves?
say
or some
while
shit
drinking a
into your main
Pepsi.
title?
Whoa, that's a good idea. I need to workshop that.
Slayer of beasts or killer of werewolves or some shit.
It's not the 80s yet. It's not cool.
Maker
to say
of many ghouls. Sponsored by Pepsi.
No, that'll be Vanessa. Will be the maker of the many ghouls.
Yeah.
All right, let us jump in quickly with our narrator here. We hear a sound of another tape skidding to a halt, and a few popping sounds of plastic. There's a brief muttering of a curse before the voice of the narrator is heard, continuing. Fuck it. These things never want to work. Thank Christ that we live in the digital age. There's another sound of crunching plastic before the creak of an old chair settles.
Are you sitting on grandma furniture, narrator? Like, is that why there's the creak of plastic? Because you're sitting on grandma's plastic covered furniture?
I mean, he
Are you at your grandma's house fucking monologuing?
This is Silent Hill. He's talking to the game's the in-game therapist.
Yeah.
You're right.
They spent the better portion of 2 nights hunting down what the fuck was eating little girls. And it turns out it was other little girls. Werewolves.
My favorite Johnny Depp movie. What's Eating Little Girls?
Oh no. Werewolves, to be in fact. I was shocked by the report that the fucking Toreador got lockjaw on the damn thing and did the most damage. But Vanessa got the final blow, like she was supposed to, while Fitzy Boy and VW convinced the other flea bags to run back off into the woods. The narrator pauses briefly before making a snarl. What? You want to know what happens after the bloodshed? That was the best part. For fuck's sake.
That was the season finale.
And now we're going to jump into the aftermath of Canic Chase.
I just love him.
All right.
And how does he know all this stuff?
Clearly he has tapes of things, and
He's Fitz from the future.
He's talking to somebody. No, he wouldn't refer to Fitz. He wouldn't refer to himself in third person. Okay.
The fact that he says Fitzy Boy makes me think that he's Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yugi,
Boy.
Yugi, my
Yu-Gi-Oh was a mistake. I'm sorry.
Everybody I work with thinks the same.
Oh, good. I'm glad. All right, guys. The camera opens back up, and you guys are all standing in different levels of disarray while there is a dead juvenile werewolf in front of you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Vanessa's currently trying to chop that head off.
Okay. It is about 6 or so feet tall. It's not overly heavy, but if it's something you did want to carry through the woods, it would be cumbersome. Are you planning...
Oh, you just gotta get the head off.
Okay, so you're just planning on bringing the head back.
Yeah, because I don't think anyone has the physical want to bring a corpse back.
Put it in the bag of holding.
And then sneak, through the streets with a giant corpse of a dog. person.
I mean, that is to be fair. If you did want to bring the entirety of the trophy back, you would need to somehow hide the body, essentially, and then somehow transport that body back into London.
Somehow fold it back into the trunk.
just fold the legs back over.
just tuck her in.
It's fine.
Werewolves have natural crumple zones.
Crumple zones. Okay, Vanessa, as you are doing that, please roll for me a...
Cool, let me get into the roll 20.
Yeah, get in the roll 20 if you haven't already.
Not a good look for you, sweetie.
I'm always like this, honestly.
Oh, what? Fuck, we've got to roll the...
Oh, fuck, we're playing a game? Okay, what do I gotta roll?
Oh, shit, son.
Oh, shit.
You have to,
fuck.
you have to do wits and
Oh,
creatures?
Ah, shit, dude. Alright, I need you to roll for me melee and strength. And
Okay.
while this is happening, I actually wanted
Not to disrupt any further. Jesse, is your mic plugged in?
Yeah? Hold on.
Sorry, I just wanted to double check that.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, it is.
Because I feel like I'm hearing you from Julian's side.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
To be fair, the cat could have messed with something. Let me just peer over at the soundboard real quick.
Yeah, I definitely heard the little poof poof of you unplugging it.
Okay.
Oh,
I
damn.
fucking did it with the -2 and all.
Wow.
Messily.
Oh, yeah, you definitely did that messily.
Messily fuck that shit up.
Can you still hear me?
I'm taking the spine with me.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll
Okay.
just lean real close in.
Okay.
I'm getting to the point of the spine, and then I'm just like ripping it off from there.
Well,
Okay, yeah,
this
Fitz is gonna take a wide berth. Just
This is a messy critical.
I'm avoiding the splatter zone here.
And I
Trigger
actually, I
warning for
will
gore,
say
we're going
that
right
you
into it.
you lose some of the integrity in removing the head. It's almost as if Vanessa gets into the zone, the blood debt zone, in terms of removing the head.
Yeah.
And yeah, it definitely makes sense for you, Fitz, to kind of move away.
I was already kind of like not really involved in this fight to begin with, to be fair.
Well, he's currently under a bleeding out Jacksin.
Right, and actually, I wanted to ask you real quick, Fitz, and like I wanted to ask Vanessa this, but Vanessa clearly no think, only stab.
Well, I mean, yeah, she has a -2. She's pissed as all fuck.
How do you guys feel about being behind killing something for the first time? Because I can't ask this of VW or Jacksin because they've technically already have done the deed once before. Jacksin might have even earlier before this.
Oh, gross, man. Well, I've decapitated someone
Why do I have to?
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay,
when,
yeah,
when I woke up.
you're right. You're right. Never mind. So it's just Fitz.
Why do I have to do this question?
Because this is the first time that you've been actively participating in the murder of something. How does that make you feel?
Fucking uncomfortable, and I don't want to do it again, honestly. But you know, sometimes we can't get what we want.
Yeah.
Excuse you, miss. I don't need to hear your pug commentary about werewolf rights.
Sometimes we can't get what we want,
That's true.
and you know.
But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need.
As far as Fitz is concerned, he probably.
I got the joke.
Yeah, I got the joke too. As far as Fitz is concerned, I think he's very very uncomfortable with the idea. But right now, there's not really any time to really like settle because you know Jacksin is on top of him, bleeding out. There's squelching noises that are happening off screen from his point of view.
And awful tearing and snapping.
Yeah, don't
Probably
like
some
that
swearing.
either. These are all things that Fitz is just not okay with, but there's
Mhm.
no time to really address it.
Okay. I will say, Fitz, just so that you're aware, you kind of, if you do look at Vanessa at any given time, perhaps maybe once she makes it the and the head finally pops off,
Can the messy critical add to like getting werewolf blood in my mouth for chaos sake?
That's up to you if you want to drink it.
So you just like, ah!
No,
Just a little.
no, it's more like the splatter smacks her in the face.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you're drinking it. That just means it's on your face.
Just means that it's on your face. Yeah, and besides, the werewolf's probably been dead for a couple minutes, and the blood ain't gonna do what it wants you to do
the
anyway.
resonance is not going to hit you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But I will say, when I hear that, I'm definitely not looking.
Okay. Perhaps beforehand, it's before the carnage began, you could definitely tell that Vanessa is in as much of a bad physical state as Jacksin is. You guys both have 3 aggravated damage, so.
How do we fix this?
There was another one. Where's Abigail?
There's another one out there we got to move.
No, I told them to run away.
What?
I told them to run.
You let that thing go?
It looked scared.
Oh, and I'm sorry it looks scared. What if it decides to come back and have a meal?
Well, then I suppose we should leave.
Or there could be reinforcements.
Then I
Not knowing
suppose.
where we're at.
Then I suppose we should go. The hunt.
Right?
The hunt was about getting a trophy. You got the trophy.
Ruined a perfectly good jacket.
Okay, you're all right.
Vanessa just slowly turns to Jacksin. She's just drenched in blood at this point.
We cannot.
So is he. It's his
Holding
own.
the head.
What can we do to fix this hurt? VW, you were burnt and then you weren't. How?
Well, I drank from Jacksin. Do you?
Starting the next day.
Great.
Or the next night, I should say.
Because if we go into the bed and breakfast like this, it's not going to be pretty.
Vanessa, didn't you say there was a cave or something that?
I'm not gonna curl up next to a bunch of human remains.
We are human remains. Where's the bloody cave?
The cave, as in a small pillar of a rock overhanging.
It's
Oh, I thought
not
it was a
enough.
literal act.
Yeah.
No, it's not
no.
enough. We have to go back. But
I mean, I look all right. I can like cause a distraction. I mean, you're kind of covered in Jackson's blood. I can try and distract them.
I can just sneak. I could just go.
You have a giant werewolf head.
Yeah,
Fitz,
she could just go.
there's snow on the ground, right?
There's a bit of snow, yes.
Can we just use some of that to kind of like wipe?
Little snow bath.
Slightly wipe us off.
Little snow bath.
You know what? Sure, guys, I'll let you do that. You know, and I'll let you do that so much. Where I would love for your best social stat, and I'm gonna keep clicking back, Vanessa, and craft.
Okay, so me?
Everybody.
What I have a negative two.
Just to see how much you kind of spruce yourselves up,
So craft and what else?
Social.
and your best social stat.
I already look fine, man.
Fuck, what is a social? There it is.
Okay.
I don't look any more shitty than I usually look.
Catch me getting best
Except your
critical
toes are
and murder
blackened.
someone.
I'm wearing socks and Birks right now. Socks
Okay.
and sandals, another
Oh, yeah.
different form of atrocity.
It literally makes sense that you guys all clean each other very well in comparison to VW.
Because VW doesn't understand what clean means.
But VW
Right,
is also not
of
covered in
course.
blood, so she doesn't need to.
I mean, I'm gonna get covered in blood again as soon as I pick up this like werewolf
Yeah.
head.
Well,
Like,
you're gonna
game mechanics wise, I just automatically get bloody.
Just smudge it against the snow.
You scrape.
Yeah,
the
just
bottom of
grind it into a rock.
Look, it already looks really sad, and you don't know how good of a trophy it's going to look like already with the messy critical that you have.
They can take the skull. It's fine.
I can take the skull.
They can just.
Yeah, I don't know how we're
supposed
supposed to take this thing around. It's gonna smell
Hey,
like.
Julie, you
See,
have
if we had done
fine.
this properly, we could have taken the whole body, stuffed it, and made it like a nice entry piece.
It's fine. Tomorrow I can go to the slaughterhouse and ask
taxidermy.
for a little ice chest.
Yeah, sure.
Jesse, what did you ask?
I asked if you had music, just to remind you that you have music in your Roll20 in case.
Oh, do I still have music playing?
No, I was just wondering if you had any.
Oh, I do.
Just in case, because sometimes we forget to play music in our games.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you
Like right now?
I have a lot of scary music and a lot of disco music.
I know you were upset about it last time, so.
You're right. I can always play this because I don't remember what it says, and it's called Dark Walk, so maybe that'll be fun. Oh, cool. Let's lower that a little bit. All right, so yeah, you guys can go ahead and essentially make it so that the head is not going to just, I mean, there's not a lot of blood in the head to begin with, and once that kind of drains out, it just looks lifeless.
I'll just get an ice chest for later. It's fine.
Sure. And you guys can go back. I know that you want to get an ice chest, and did anyone want to, I know you guys talked meta-wise about speaking with Abigail. Is that something that you guys want to do, or is that something you guys want to avoid?
I think that's a tomorrow issue.
That is a tomorrow issue. Okay.
That is a tomorrow issue.
That is fine. It is late where you guys are, or I should say early, and you guys can essentially head in until the next morrow.
Cool.
So, what I would like from everybody is,
Rouse check?
let's do our initial rouse check to wake up.
I'm glad we didn't have to sneak. Wink, wink.
No, because you guys cleaned yourselves off. You didn't have to sneak. Besides, by the time you got back, that woman was still asleep. You have a coat. You can just shove the head in there.
There goes another hunger.
I also can move around undetected by an eye.
Exactly, yeah. So you're good.
Oh, okay.
Jacksin, you're hungrier.
I'm aware that the chat thing disappeared.
All right. So for those of you who rolled zeros, you are now hungrier. Now for those of you who have aggravated damage, would you like to try to heal?
Sure, why not?
Your damage. That is going to be another 3 rouse checks.
Cool.
To heal 1?
To heal 1.
1,
It is not easy
2,
to heal.
3.
You're
Fuck.
You're hungrier, but you do heal.
Cool.
And you heal.
What happens if I don't heal?
You heal regardless. You just can get hungrier.
No, but what happens if I choose not to try to heal on my own?
Then you don't, and then you run the risk of drinking too much vampire blood later.
Messing up your pretty face.
I will. Thank you.
Where's your hunger at right now?
My hunger's at 2.
So you could potentially frenzy.
You only heal 1 at a night.
Or torpor, right?
You will go into torpor if you go
torpor.
beyond 5. But once you hit 5, then whatever happens. It would be really unlikely for you to roll 3 zeros, but
oh, watch me. I'll try to heal 1.
Watch me.
Okay. Okay, so you only get one dot hungrier. Where
I'm at 3 gungi.
Can I test fate again and try to heal?
You can only heal 1 a day.
You can only do 1
Darn.
You can't.
And that goes all the way up to healed, not superficial damage, right? It goes from aggravated to healed.
Yes, it goes from aggravated to healed.
Yeah, so from an X
superficial
to a red.
Because any superficial damage that you have will automatically heal the next night over.
We had a good night's sleep.
You had a good night's sleep. You felt great killing the werewolf girl. All right,
Oh,
so
that 12-year-old.
Slept like a rock.
she was a 13-year-old, but it's fine.
In werewolf years, that's older than me.
I know, right? I mean, she was practically over the hill by that point.
Yeah.
God, she 1 foot in the grave already, man. Like, we did her a favor.
She got 1 foot in the grave and 3 paws on a banana peel.
So, you guys do that.
Is that your Rodney Dangerfield impression?
It kind of was, but it also was just all of it was bad. So
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It is the next night. What are you guys doing? Are you guys, I'm assuming you guys are going back tonight.
We need to go back.
Let's bebop to that slaughterhouse. I need to get an ice chest for this slowly decaying head.
Unless you're
That's just
concerned-
probably on a tarp.
Unless you're concerned about the little girl.
Well, Abigail might be at the slaughterhouse. That's where her human father works.
Well, you can always give her a stern talking to. If you want to.
Well, I still think
to say
that
she doesn't just attack us later.
We're
I think that
leaving
she's
town.
been the one that's been killing her family's livestock. So if we can talk something out with her and she can find other sources of food.
Other livestock.
Or learn how to hunt wild animals.
So is that what you want to teach her?
She can't help it any more than we can. She's just a girl.
She's a beast.
And what are you?
Pretty.
Very hungry.
We go to
I don't know about all of you. You can make your decision to go talk to the little dog. But I have half a mind to think that she's not going to be very happy when she sees the persons who killed her sister.
You get the ice chest, we put it in the trunk, and we leave.
We should probably call the cops. There's 2 corpses out in the woods.
Alongside with half a body of a half man, half dog.
No, he ran away. He's fine.
Oh, the headless body ran away?
The headless body?
Sorry. I thought you meant the dad wolf. I thought you meant that
wolf.
No, dad
No,
wolf.
they'll just claim in the news that it was a large dog.
Yeah. That's what
Telling the authorities would only...
With human hands, but like...
We're leaving town. We can just call anonymously and just let them know that there's some bodies out there.
Why should they need to know?
People are looking for them. They know they're missing.
People expect those that are missing not to be found around here.
We can tip off the location of the rock where the little girl's remains were. Okay?
If we drive out, we can set the corpse on fire. They'll probably be alerted by the smoke. That way no one has to say anything. And no one has to know that there are beasties that are going bump at night in their town.
I still think VW has a good idea with signaling at least where the little girl's body was.
If they find that
I don't care about vaguely gestures to the werewolf head. About where they find that, I don't think anyone can explain that, and that's an entire problem.
Well,
So if we tell them where the bones are, that should be okay.
you're putting yourself out there and you're putting yourself at risk.
If you had a family member missing, wouldn't you like to know where they were?
Yes.
If they were dead.
Hey, VW, that's lore for Fitz.
I mean, VW and Vanessa were there when he's like, let me find my brother first.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes, I would. Do what you want. Just don't put the Coterie at risk.
Right.
We've already put ourselves enough at risk for this whole thing.
You're welcome, by the way.
Turns to glare.
I hope that we never have to do something like this again.
Hopefully not.
Definitely.
Well, we can all blame my sire for this one.
Yes, well, if we are going to be doing things for your sire, I imagine that we need to be a little bit more well-armed for the situation.
Yeah.
Let's keep that in mind when we are updating the disco tech. Perhaps getting ourselves some sort of armory would be good.
Just getting a wall-mounted ballista, like, over there.
Fucking sick.
across the street.
Just
Yeah,
like
actually, how
fucking
about, wait,
a
is it
medieval
too late
one.
to change it into a castle-themed disco, so we
No,
have working trebuchets?
Like across the street, there's just a fucking gargoyle. You pull its head back, and it just turns into a ballista.
You guys just
Wait.
make medieval times.
How many XP is it to get a real working gargoyle?
Like from Disney's Gargoyle?
That sounds
How
like
much
more.
XP is it to tame an actual gargoyle?
That sounds like more like a donation than anything else. But we'll
Donate for us to have a gargoyle bodyguard thing.
Yeah, we gotta
Working
talk to
gargoyle.
the hunt first to find out where first a gargoyle
Let's
is.
go!
And then we got...
Okay, you guys gotta go to Scotland for that.
So who's going to the slaughterhouse? Is it all of us? Or...
No, I'm staying in the car.
I can go. Because I want
Should
to
Jacksin
get
stay in
some
the car?
residents.
I was gonna say, I think it's a girl's trip.
Okay, cool.
Girls trip.
So you guys head up to the slaughterhouse, or rather not necessarily the I don't like calling it that per se. It's more like the stockyards. You know, they're not all being slaughtered right now.
The place with the cows.
The place with the moo-moos.
I want to go pet
The
moo-moos.
place where cows get foot pedicures.
Yeah, and then they
get
eat.
nice little hoof pedicures.
As opposed to hand pedicures.
Yeah, because they got hooves.
That would be weird. A werecow.
They got
I don't like a were.
Wasn't
A
that in that
werewolf
Disney
cow.
movie? That vampire Disney movie?
Yes, with the little
It's
kid.
the little boys.
You're right.
The
Yeah.
littlest vampire.
Oh no.
He sleeps in the chest at the foot of the bed because
It's
the
a running
sun.
gag the whole movie is there's like werecows. It's fantastic.
What was that fucking kid's name? That wasn't Jonathan Lipnicki, but he looked a whole hell of a lot like him.
We can look it up later.
I'm
I
googling it.
think they played the Stuart Little kid.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Hold on, no wait, we're not done with this.
I'm sorry. This is
No, I'm sorry. Please continue, and I will unceremoniously shout the child's name
Sure.
at some point during the scene.
all right. So you guys head in there, and Vanessa and VW, you guys will see Gary, who is the man that's kind of like running the stockyards, and he's kind of in the middle of like turning things down for the day. It's still relatively like early in the season where it's still kind of like dark when it's kind of like early-ish.
It was Jonathan Lipnicki.
Oh.
Was Gary the dad?
Who?
Yeah, Gary's the dad.
Gary's
Gary
the
was
dad.
the dad?
Gary's the dad. And he blinks in seeing you guys
again,
and he kind of goes over to the counter, and I totally forget his accent, so I'm just gonna make one up. And he'll say, You run after. What the hell happened?
Did she come home all right?
Yeah. Late? Thought you
Okay,
two were going to. Do I need to call the? And kind of like he looks like he's about to grab the phone to call the police or something.
No, it's fine.
no.
Just
There was a wolf in the forest, and thankfully, she's not hurt. Is she?
He's looking at you guys with kind of like not crazy eyes, but kind of very suspicious eyes. I need somebody to roll persuasion and a.
Yo,
And a
I'm rolling at all
charisma.
-2 dice. What do you got?
persuasion and charisma.
Yeah.
That's 5 dice for me.
See what you.
Nice.
Can I do an assist using my specialty of personal reputation, because I've already made buddy pal with this guy.
Buddy old pal,
Buddy
oh
old
my.
pal, sure, I'll allow it.
Cool.
Buddy pal.
So
Chum.
to social.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to assist
Brosif.
-2 because fuck.
You gotta yell at somebody. I mean, you could just yell at Jacksin if you want.
Good, I got it. It's fine.
Okay.
Jackson and Fitz are sitting in the car in complete silence, and it's awkward as hell.
And there's no like radio signal, so you can't play any music.
So it's kind of gay because like you guys foul onto each other, and there's that tension still.
Yeah, the
Fitz
tension.
lovingly sniffs the blood stain on his collar.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. I know he wouldn't.
Okay. Yes, you get a +2 VW. Okay. Cool. What do you say to kind of like calm his fears from thinking you two are the people who were like axe murderers against, you know, his daughter, and that it was actually a wolf?
We done did scare the wolf off. We couldn't find her.
We have the head in the back of the car.
We done
Yeah,
scared.
it looks like a dog. You all see it?
It seems like she's just, going through some rebellion, teenage stuff. We found
Teenage
her in the woods
angst.
and we scared the wolf off, but I think she's been kind of scared away from staying out late from now on.
Fucking hell. And he starts banging on the wall and looking towards the stairs. And he goes, Abby! Come down!
No.
And there's kind of like
And she turns 30 shades paler.
There's like a pause and a scuffle, and you hear the door open, and you hear, "Why?" "'Cause I said so." And there's like you hear, like, it's obvious to you two, because you know what she is, but you hear like this rumble from her. And then
the teenage eggs, that's what you hear.
Yeah.
And her dad assumes it's a period thing.
Yeah.
And eventually...
Maybe we should, go up and talk to her in private. I don't know if she wants her father around.
You know how girls are, you don't want anyone in your room. I'll go take care of some things in the back and keep an eye.
You talk girl talk.
Girl talk.
If you're still worried about the wolves, I can come with you.
Yeah,
I'm not too... I have a little brother, so I'm not that good talking to little girls.
I mean, you were one once.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can talk to them.
That's besides the point.
Doesn't mean you can talk to them.
He'll take that invitation, and you guys can kind of head out as Abigail kind of like is standing at like the edge of the stairs, and she sees her father and Vanessa leave, and then she sees you, VW, and then she kind of looks like she's looking around as if she's looking for somebody else.
Yeah. It's just me, dear. We just wanted to make sure.
She takes a step back and she goes, "I don't want to talk to you."
I mean, that's understandable. If you want, I could go get Fitz. He just didn't necessarily want to come. The one with the glasses. We just wanted to make sure you were all right.
Did you kill her? Did you kill my father?
Your father, the wolf, he's fine, but she isn't. I'm sorry.
She kind of like, she like looks down, and she has kind of her eyes were red to kind of begin with, and she looks just kind of visibly upset.
I mean,
and she'll say, "Just leave. Vampires just make things worse."
Will you be all right, though? We are going to leave.
How am I supposed to be all right? My sister's dead, and I don't even know where my mother is. I don't know how to be this. And she kind of like, she throws her hands out, and she's showing some anger, but she's, you know, keeping it as best as she can.
I have a specialty in empathy, insight and empathy. Could I do a thing?
What are you trying to insight with her?
I'm trying to figure out what she needs to be okay.
no, Var.
What is Var doing? I don't know.
Var said what I thought you guys were gonna do. That's why I made an art breeder thing for her.
Exactly. We adopt the puppy.
I mean,
we take her back.
but
she can help be a guard.
I don't know about that. If I empathy check her and find out she really needs a family, we can take her. But that's not what I was planning.
Girl could be a powerful ally.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Let's just not mention it to
It
Jem,
was just a
though.
shitty Darth Vader.
Let's not mention we're adopting a dog to Jem.
You can. Yeah, no. It's okay. They want to kill mostly other things.
Vampires are into some weird shit, dude. You know, it's fine.
Yeah. Please roll. It'll be a difficulty 2.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Thank you. This is welcome to my talking points.
Insight. And say, I don't know how to make it a specialty or not, but it's
You add one more. You add one more.
When your modifier thing comes up, you just add one.
So roll one more d10.
Oh, in that case, it could have been a 3.
Okay, so that is
5 successes.
That's a lot of successes. Hey,
Okay.
I
You got
don't
it.
want to update Java right now. What the hell? It's gonna pop up
Not
for
now,
that.
Java.
Roll20 is acting funky, so you may have to refresh it multiple times to make it work.
Lame.
Okay, I got you. You definitely get the sense that Abigail's lost, and Abigail needs guidance, mentorship, something that's going to help her not hurt people again.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting the sense that while, yes, she partook in the cow out back, based on the influence of her sister, it's quite possible that she did participate in hurting others.
Mm-hmm.
But she clearly didn't want to do that.
Peer pressure's a bitch.
Peer pressure is a bitch, especially if it's your crazy sister. Crazy younger sister, I should say. So you definitely get a sense that she wants someone that's going to essentially, I guess, like, for what Var said, you know, for lack of a better term, you have a parental figure that's actually going to be able to tell her about who she is.
Oh my god. VW adopts.
I was low-key thinking that. I was like, y'all took my baby away and I adopt a werewolf child.
That's just basically your response.
I mean, the werewolf child's more useful.
Yeah,
This
they're
is how
both
I
just
cope.
as unshaven as the other. It's perfect.
Have you seen her art breeder picture? She's cute.
I have not seen
I know
it.
she's
Maybe.
cute.
She's precious. She is.
I'll look at it.
Okay, we're collecting Titan Spawn in the other game, but in this game,
Yeah, instead of Puck, you get a werewolf.
God.
So that's what you get.
Abigail, dear, is there anyone else like you in town, or was it just your sister?
It was just us. Like I said, I don't know where my mom went. Assuming she was like us.
And I'm assuming your father, and she like gestures out to the stockyard, doesn't really know about this.
Doesn't really talk much.
No. Why should he? Doesn't deserve what's been happening. She kind of like rubs her arm.
Sus.
Well, it seems to me like you've been handling it pretty well without anyone around to help.
No, really. Everyone knows that there's some sort of ravenous thing out killing livestock.
Well, there's not anymore at the very least.
You don't understand. I just get these urges. I can't control it.
No, I understand, dear. I mean, I'm only learning myself. It's been like 2 weeks, but I'm not really sure any of us would be the best teacher, but if you need someone to help, maybe we could come up with some excuse for him, and we could find someone to help you out in the city.
Are the werewolves in Birmingham?
I mean, it seems like there's a lot of things in London. It doesn't seem like a stretch that there would be werewolves in London too.
I was waiting for it.
I got you.
Are you serious right now?
Roll for me. Yeah, your best social stat. Are you trying to manipulate her, or are you honestly trying to persuade her?
I'm just trying to persuade her.
Alright, roll to persuade. It's gonna be a 2 difficulty.
Excuse me, BW. How are we going to find werewolves that are
I
going to
don't know.
Is she housebroken?
immediately kill us?
It's fine, we got this.
I don't know.
Hey, it's called using your damn disciplines because you have them, guys. Remember, you have disciplines.
It's called fuck other werewolves. We can raise her better.
Honestly, I mean, from what just happened, could have.
Hey, check this shit out, though. We drink the blood. She gets rid of the body.
Oh.
I see this as an absolute win. No more
That's a
masquerade
good
breaches
point.
for me. I'm going down to 0 hunger every night.
Wow!
Not how it works.
It could
Stop.
be, though.
Well, okay.
If the price is right.
You say this, and Abigail looks like she's kind of like weighing her options here. Do I just stay here and risk hurting my father, or do I go with people who killed my sister?
Yeah, tough choices.
But people who might know more about who she is or what she is.
Yes, nope.
And she said you've only been kindred for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
She kind of like, she looks hesitant, and she's like, well, do you know like others that are older than you that know things?
I mean, not werewolves, but I mean, other.
Just show up to the
kindreds,
Baron.
yes.
Hey, we adopted a
I
child.
was low-key, I was like, Baron? Who?
Next time we show up at Countenance, he's got a new wolfskin rug.
Yeah, I really should write what your guys' parameters are for your blood binding. But I'll worry about that later.
My baby leash.
It's fine.
Your baby leash.
Baby.
But yeah, that's what she asks you.
Yeah. Not any werewolves, but we know other kindred. I mean, my sire's the Baron, and
I don't know what that means.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, she looks at you like you're crazy when you say that. Like, Baron.
He's very, very old and very wise. He's kind of in charge. But I'm sure we can work something out. The others don't want to hurt you either.
As long as you do something about that smell.
What smell?
You smell. And she kind of points to you and then out towards the car.
Oh, that's the smell of your sister's corpse. That's not going away.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be there for a while. It's gonna be in the seats until we get the ice box.
Look, there was a goddamn bath in the bed and breakfast.
How about we took a shower before we went to bed? Like, what the?
We probably took a shower and then Vanessa hanged up the head so it can just finish
I don't know, guys.
draining.
You didn't say that your characters took a shower before you went.
No,
to bed.
I'm just saying, like, you guys very easily could have cleaned up. It's fine.
Yes.
I'm not gonna let you walk around like the fucking like Carrie.
I'm just saying that in general.
Otherwise,
like, a dog is
we wouldn't be able to come in here.
Just saying in general, like a dog's nose is gonna snoof a lot more, and they're gonna
Yeah, I figured
definitely
it was
smell
there.
the
It
smells like
remains of their
vampires.
sister.
There is definitely she's not smelling the sister. Garu have a certain smell, and vampires smell funny to werewolves.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also you drank blood.
Yeah, and you're walking corpses, so it's fine.
We can
Speak for
roll
yourself,
the
love.
windows down. I don't think I brought any essential oils with me or anything like that. We'll work something out. Does that mean you want to come to London with us?
As long as
I mean, I know
Are we kidnapping her and I'm the
I know-
distraction?
I know it's a big decision to make, but we are leaving today, so.
that was her thought process.
No, that was Fitz accidentally honking the whole
Like, hurry up!
Hurry up! She'll like look out the window towards where Vanessa and Gary is, and she's like, are we gonna tell him, or are we just going?
Would you like to tell him?
BW would be like, why do you want to tell him? Just fucking go. That's what I did. Like,
That's what I did, and I didn't suffer the consequences in any way.
now look where I am.
Look at me!
Dead.
I'm 14. Do you think my father's just going to let me go off to the big city?
Well, Vanessa outside, she's part of a volunteer program for girls. Maybe we could talk to your father and convince him that you need to, some structure and to get away, and it would help sort things out for you.
This is so...
And she looks like she's contemplating that, but I'm assuming, Var, you wanted to do something first?
Kill Gary.
Oh yeah,
Drink
I
from
wanted
Gary.
to get some resonance from this place. so I can add a point in my salary.
You say this place, but specifically you mean this man?
This man.
I mean, this man, yeah, because he works at this place, this location.
Fuck, I could use some celery though too.
Yeah, do you want to come out?
The thing is that if you are going to get, and again, this is what I said before about, he does not have a diasporas. He does not have a super...
No one knows what that means. Can you explain that?
Okay, so you know what resonance are. Resonance is the different kinds of thoughts and feelings, and diasporas is the super intense version of that. Some of you have already tasted it before, but it is it is rare. B, it is something that you typically need to cultivate in a person, or I don't want to use the G word, but groom in a person, because people's moods, thoughts, feelings can change.
Just like veal.
Yes, like veal.
Wagyu beef.
And while to consume the diasporas is the way to there's several things that you can do depending on which resonance that you're consuming, but there is a way to get experience.
Wait, so you have to do the diasporas to get experience, not the resonance?
That is typically what you must do, yes. But like
I thought this place brought out like melancholy, like.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that and this is homebrew for me.
Right.
To get.
Yeah, this is what you had said today.
This is what I said today. To get experience from a resonance, you need to kill the person, because this is the beast being like, hey, just a little more.
Or we could kill your dad. No.
Okay, so she's not gonna kill him though. In that case.
Okay.
Did I get anything for drinking werewolf blood?
Yeah, you're more impulsive.
You are more prone to frenzy.
Remember, one sip from werewolf blood slakes 2 hunger that you had before.
But you were at 0 hunger at the time.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if there was any kind of resonance experience there, rather than just other than just the good protein.
Just the good protein there.
Okay. Cool.
And from that, having drank the werewolf blood, you have a -1 to your frenzy checks.
Right, I have that here. Does that ever go away, or?
Yes, the werewolf blood has to fully leave your system.
Gotcha.
So once you probably get to an equivalent of close to 5 hunger, and you kind of drink that away, then that will go out of your system. So
I guess in that case, then Vanessa's not going to do anything.
Okay.
She's just going to chill with him.
Okay. Vanessa, you will see VW and Abigail come outside, to which Jacksin and Fitz, you will also see this. And to kind of make things quick, this will actually be funny to have this be from Jacksin and Fitzgerald's point of view.
Yeah.
You see Abigail and VW come out. They walk over to meet Gary and Vanessa, and there's some talking, some animated talking back and forth. And
your kid's a werewolf.
Well, hopefully you don't do that. And you don't hear what's being said, but you see the father look a little upset, but then kind of like resigned. And then you see him kind of like kneel down in front of Abigail, and he's talking very like father-daughter, to her, and you see them hug. And Jacksin, this might tick you off, because no child should ever be without a parent.
Listen!
And you're pretty sure that she's about to leave her dad. And eventually you see them separate, and then it's kind of like super brief. Both Abigail and him go back into the house to kind of pack a bag.
What's happening?
I snatched an ice box.
Yeah, and yeah, he'll get you the ice box too. And it gives you guys enough time to talk outside in front of the car before she comes back out.
Don't freak out, Abigail is coming with us. We talked it out. She's fine.
Yeah.
But she kind of needs someone to teach her. We have our sire. She doesn't necessarily have someone besides the wolf.
And the wolf is just a dog.
Yes, so we're going to take her back to the city and help her find someone. So be nice, please.
I think it's a fine idea.
What?
You wanted to kill her yesterday.
You were mad.
Well, like you said, she's got no one here. There's no one who can really take care of her the way that she is. Maybe we are the best bet.
Well, I don't know about us. I don't know if this...
And we're still looking for some more reliable security.
We're not going... She's 14.
Yes,
and
the Lost Boys are 16 and under.
Yeah. And the other girl was even younger.
She was the one doing the killing. This one at least has some sense to stick to animals.
I'm sure we can find plenty of food for her, given that it's kind of a stockyard.
Maybe if we can't find any werewolves in London, we can take her in as something, but...
Just a werewolf in London joke.
Mm-hmm.
Just that.
We have to have a counter for that.
Mm-hmm.
But we talked it out, and it seems like...
I don't think we talked it out.
Well, no. I talked it out with her, and she...
Exactly. What makes you think that we're all okay with this?
Well, you let her go.
I let her go because she wasn't killing anybody.
And she's
I
not
was
going
a
to
little
kill anybody.
surprised, but this is kind of expected from the mother figure gesture.
You let her go expecting what? For her to find a happy life in the woods?
Well, I don't think that we are capable of taking care of somebody like her.
And we're not. We're going to find someone. We'll work on it.
Don't you think, based on what? No.
We'll workshop this.
This is the stereotypical. We're not keeping it, and then 2 weeks later,
Fitz with the dog.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
No.
You know, my main concern actually is if Jem and the Hunt figure out that we're having a werewolf.
Everyone needs a pet.
We're not. We're going, she's not a pet. She's a child, and we're going to help her.
Yes, I'm just saying that these Hunt people, I'm sure that's how they'll spin it, and that's how we can spin it to them.
All they need to know is that there was a werewolf. There's not a werewolf as seen by the...
All they need to know is that I don't want to be killing any more children.
Yes, exactly. And she's worried about staying here because something has been killing things and...
Yeah, her.
Yeah, and...
Yeah, it was her.
It says the beast. Yeah, her.
Her, dumbass.
Dumbass. I'm like, shut the fuck up, beast, not right now.
No, I just... Oh my god.
You only have to deal with her for the car ride, and then I will sort things out with her. I will...
And then I'll bring her to the disco.
We don't even have to take her to the disco if you don't want her to know where it is. You can drop me off somewhere, and I will work something out. She's lost fists. She's not going to find anything here to help her.
Who's gonna help us? Fine, whatever.
He looks off to God.
God!
No!
Yeah, God shakes his head.
Fuck you!
Fine, whatever.
Thank you, Fitz.
Fitz no talk, he angry.
Yeah, he angry. He angry.
Abigail will eventually come out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the head in the ice chest before we do that, so we can make
Yeah.
some room in the trunk for her things.
Yeah, that's
Right next to the head.
She has a modest bag.
I take her things and put them in the trunk for her.
Modest bag. There's stickers on it. There's kind of glitter.
She have a Jacksin Preen patch?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Look, Jacksin.
Are you sure? Nudge, nudge.
Donate.
Can we have bait coins so that we can say that? Yes, that's.
Yeah, donate so that she's a Jacksin Preen fan. No, she's a Lips, Legs, and Lust fan.
Hell yeah!
Throw her
Hey,
back.
by the way, I slept with the main singer and guitarist. Let's talk about that.
No.
To a 14-year-old. Anyway.
Please, let's.
So
I knew what sex was at that age.
that's true. All right, so I'm just going to assume that the car ride back is awkward. I don't
We
know.
turn on the radio to ignore the awkwardness naturally.
The times in which the radio will turn on, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
And you guys can head back into London. Vanessa, I am assuming that you want to throw this head away as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, but first I need to say, hey, I'm going in for my interview.
Well,
my sire.
Do you want to try to get in contact with Reason before you have confirmation, or after?
It would suck.
It might be after, because I might get grandma
after.
yelled at for like an hour.
Well, like the thing is that you want to let her know after you get in, because if you say, "Hey, I'm pretty much gonna get in," and she comes all this way, and then you fuck up the interview, Grandma gonna be mad.
She's like, "Why are you letting me know you're pretty much gonna
Grandma's
get in?
gonna
Call me when you
slap
get
my
in."
head off. Is what's gonna happen.
Grandma's gonna be like, "I came all this way."
So, I think what might be kind of like the best course of action is, I don't know who's driving right now, but whoever.
I think I'm the only one with drive.
It doesn't matter. We can all drive. It's just drive skill means that
It's actually safer to drive with shoes on. So
also
VW
I have
should.
drive as well. So fuck
Last
you.
time we were just driving, there was a wolf in the road, and this.
Yeah, and you almost crashed it because you weren't driving with shoes, so you
high
had no
up-
grip on
I'm
the.
driving.
On
I'm
the
driving. I'm
accelerator.
driving. I'm
Fitz is
driving. I'm driving.
Okay, great.
Shotgun.
Ew, please. Sorry.
Okay, so Fitz, if you follow Vanessa's instructions, you will make your way towards the foxhole.
What?
So Puck is in this game.
Is the sign for the foxhole just like a female fox?
No, but Vanessa, if you remember the imagery that was kind of out and about, it was a fox with a sword through its mouth. So
yeah, and then there was two big men.
The two big scary
standing out front.
And the two big scary men are there. When you
the same guys? Oh my
When you go
god!
to the fucking foxhole with a werewolf in the car and a werewolf head in the truck.
Listen, we're stinking it up enough. You
Don't worry, they're gonna smell the head before they smell the child.
You don't have to stop directly in front of this place. In fact, I don't think that the car would fit back there because
I will
Drop her off at the fucking train station and let's all go get McDonald's.
I just fucking walk forever with an ice chest.
Yeah, whatever. We drop fucking Vanessa off.
Okay. Vanessa, you get dropped off. Just so I know what the three of you, what are you guys going to be going off and doing?
God, I was not expecting to adopt a child.
Like Michael
today.
said, that we're gonna get McDonald's.
Yeah.
Get McDonald's.
Get Mickey D's.
I'm going to be making arrangements for me to go to Paris.
Fitz goes to the airport.
Fitz is like, I'm done with this shit, and he leaves.
Okay.
Fitz is like, as long as the kid's around, I'm not.
I mean, I imagine we're getting pretty close to sleepy time.
By the time you get back, you're imagining that you have maybe like a couple hours left before sleepy time. So if Jacksin and VW want to have a conversation, they can try. I don't know if that will happen.
I think there's nothing to do but maybe put Abigail up in a hotel for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then just go.
Well, VW's like, what if we take her to the disco?
No, because she said they didn't have to go. She told Fitz that she didn't have to go to this if they didn't want.
Since when have
with
you
the
listened
band.
to anything that Fitz has said?
Fuck you with the band. It's probably they're all probably doing drugs and shit, but like at least like
drugs and shit.
Don't put her with the band. Well, don't put her with Gil either. Put her in a room on a different floor.
I was gonna say the hotel is not completely consumed by Jackson preyed in his plastic vanity. It is
No,
a
but
hotel.
like they can keep an eye on her.
Hey,
but as
here's
much
the
as I kinda
kid.
don't
Why
want
don't you
to
get
keep an
fucking
eye on
Omen
her.
to keep an eye on her? Because
I
you're all
don't-
best friends now.
I don't try.
All right,
I don't-
you two are gonna have to have that conversation. By the way,
that-
Have it.
That'll be your conversation, Vanessa.
So,
Okay. You step in front of the foxhole, and you see the two scary bouncer men that look like Kingpin from Spider-Verse. And that's how they look like in my mind.
giant men.
Giant men.
Just big shadows.
And
Just big shapes.
you know, as you're kind of, you know, standing before these guys, Gemma's nowhere to be in sight, but then again, this is to kind of be expected. You know that Gem is a part of the Hunt Club, but you know that they aren't exactly like their leader.
I'm sure if I go under the fucking roof, they're gonna say hi.
He's waving with the crossbow.
Yeah, it's you
He
get a
shoots the
crossbow
car.
through the chest.
Hey!
How romantic, honestly.
But no,
What a baby.
what a baby. They but the
Baby.
two bouncers will kind of step off to the side, and they will allow you in through the main door, and you go
Oh,
down.
I look angry.
That's fine. They look emotionless, honestly. You go down to
Want to be famous? Buy followers.
Oh, jeez, that's a lot of people to
3
kick.
times.
We got
Ooh.
That's good luck.
That is good luck. Maybe we will get famous. Anyway, you go down a flight of steps.
Wait, should I click this link?
No. And you enter what you really expected. A pub of sorts that looks like it outdates anything within the borders of the U.S. You see old photographs that line the walls alongside with framed newspaper clippings. All seem to have something to do with some sort of triumph or celebration. And despite the domed ceilings and dim lighting, it's a rather kind of happening place amongst what you can assume to be kindred and human alike. You, just for shiggles, roll me wits and awareness at a difficulty 3.
Wits and wages.
Wits and wages.
At a difficulty 3.
Well,
Wits and
Mine is
wages.
2.
Wits and ways.
quest.
It's Whitson. What?
Ways.
Is a 10 2 successes or a crit is just 2
I'm gonna
successes?
cry.
So a crit is 2 successes.
You get a 10.
Well, yeah,
it's
because it's
success.
2 10. It's already 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in and
But
I
just
don't
rolling
know
a
where
10
I
doesn't
am.
do anything.
No.
Okay.
You need to have 2 10s for it to be a crit.
Okay.
But a single
Right.
10 will act.
But will be a
2
success.
successes.
Yes. So
Right, but
Vanessa, maybe you're too angry, but you feel your hand suddenly, the hand that was holding the ice chest, suddenly it feels lighter, and you look down and you're not holding it. And as you kind of turn,
should have blink.
you turn around and you see Jem standing
Truly
there.
outrageous.
It's truly outrageous, smiling kind of from
Yeah.
ear to ear, holding the ice chest. And they say, "It's a bit heavier than I expected. Here, let me guide you through the process. God, I'm plumb chuffed about this. You did a great job, I'm sure."
I'm sure you are.
I'm plumb chuffed, I am. And they're chuffed, okay? They're allowed to be chuffed. And they'll give you the ice chest back, but it was kind of almost like a cheeky thing to see if you'd notice. Yeah.
I noticed when I couldn't feel anything.
You notice it in the act, but regardless, you're kind of guided along the gnarled wood floors and through a stone archway beyond a heavy forest green curtain. There, the scent of smoke tickles your nose as you pass through what you can assume to be the games room. Here,
Gates of Hell.
the gates of hell. Sure, yeah. You're just going through Fool's Tower right now. Again, I'm sorry, Var.
Not again.
Not again. Here, you will see a number of mounted and stuffed animals all throughout the space. No doubt
They're
suffering.
not cute.
They're not cute, and I'm sure that they're suffering from all the smoke damage. But despite that, you are brought through another curtain and down another set of steps, to which things change as you pass by a rather ornate carved door. Beyond this point, you see a number of strange trophies, all of which are things you could only imagine existed in fairy tales. What's worse is the displays. Man, I typed that wrong. What's worse is the displays of vampiric skulls or several sets of various teeth set proudly out on display.
Checks out.
These motherfuckers.
And amongst their facing are 3 pristine leather couches facing you. And there are a number of faces of figures sitting at these couches.
Oh,
Men and
really?
women of varying shades between. But in the center of the couch that faces you directly is a strong, broad-shouldered man dressed in shades of red. You can't see his face. In fact, you can't see anyone's face directly. As if every time your eyes focus on any type of like facial feature like eyes, noses, or whatever, the image instantly blurs from your memory.
I feel like they're using some sort of obfuscate.
They're doing something fucky with you. But you hear, "Welcome!" comes a boisterous...
Father Sullivan.
Yes!
Father Sullivan.
Boisterous
Sullivan!
Russian voice.
I'm scared.
I've been excited to see what an American hunter so young can bring us. A massive, broad hand slaps upon his knee joyfully.
I have a gift! It's a Matryoshka doll!
Waiting for you to present onto the table before you what you've brought in. What do you do?
She's absolutely stunned right now with the amount of energy this one hooded figure gave. She just stands there staring at him for like...
He's not even hooded. Like, he's wearing normal clothes in red and shades of red.
Dude's there.
Have you looked at his profile picture? It looks like something from like
Silent Hill.
Japanese horror movie
Yeah.
where they smear the photo.
Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, look for the count in the
Where?
characters.
Load.
His name's the Count because he loves to
That's
fuck.
the count. No, because he likes to count.
Cool. I broke Conka. Can't see shit.
Oh, he's
fine.
fun and spooky.
Anyway, she's gonna blink, look away, forget what this obnoxious man looks like, look to him, and then go set the head down with a thump of the ice chest.
Do you take it out of the ice chest, or do you leave it in the ice chest?
She leaves it in and just like gestures to it.
Okay. The man that you know only as the Count, Gems.
Because he likes to fuck, yeah.
Gems described him as their self-proclaimed leader. He inspects it. He pops open the top. He lifts it up out of the chest, and you kind of see he's kind of rotating it around, seeing the damage that you did to the backside. And he calls a few of the others to kind of look at the specimen, and they talk over hushed voices before he eventually hands the head off with a small like splat, because it's kind of wet because it was sitting in gross ice that's kind of been melting.
I mean, it's kinda.
And you will see another blurred face person kind of go off and walk away.
God.
And he'll say, "Ha ha! You got overzealous with doing that, but..."
He slaps you heartily on the back.
No,
You go into torpor.
you're thankfully you were separated by the coffee table and him.
Watch
Wasted.
Jack 50 feet.
He just flips the table, knocks you in the face, and you die instantly. But once we remove the flesh, it'll be a wonderful display piece. Not kindred, of course, but those beasts pose as much of a threat to our group. And even though you
Right,
can't...
even a child does.
Yes, it is quite young. Probably best for you, considering that an adult. How old are you as kindred?
2 weeks.
2 weeks and killed a juvenile werewolf. Good. I love to see it. Wonderful.
We love to see it.
We love to see
love
it,
to see it.
honestly.
You
Tell me your name.
Vanessa.
No. That is human name. If you are one of us, you are
She's just gonna audibly sigh.
If you were one of us, you were to have a new name.
Because we are clearly cosplaying here.
I am the Count. You know Gem already. Now.
These are the holograms.
You got so much. You guys are all just very scared of this man, I can tell.
Yeah, well, he sounds like Father Solve. He's worrying.
Yeah, we just gotta undo the blur effect on him, and it's just Father Solomon.
I'm just waiting for the Oompa music to start.
He leans forward leans heavily onto his knees, and even though you cannot see his face, you can feel his eyes piercing into you as he says,
now, what is your name?
Your real name. You know, he respects your chosen name, so the Count says trans rights.
Vanessa is your slave name.
What are your pronouns?
She's just gonna stare at him, not knowing what to say as she, the hamster wheel in her head just keeps, spinning. As she tries to comprehend everything.
Come up with a name.
Right now.
Right now.
Dude, I can't even. Me, Var can't even come up with a name, so it's
Williams.
Oh.
Davey.
Nessie?
No, I was like, Nessie, Nessa, Ness.
Van?
No. Fine, they're,
Name's Van Wylen.
Just gonna say Nessa then.
you say this, and he kind of lifts up a hand and he kind of strokes the blurred face, and you can kind of see where his fingers come in and out of the blur.
Oh, that's so weird.
And he goes,
You're funny. I like this one.
That's a terrible name. I like you.
I'm glad that you like me, and
I like you, my wife.
I do. You can come up with better name when you think of one, but
yeah, I'm trying to get your weirdness all through it.
He kind of he stands when you say that, and you can notice the other blurred figures kind of they ease back a little. I want you to roll for me for something.
Roll something so that he doesn't literally smack you across the face and you go into instant torpor.
I want you.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm sticking up to authority so I can get out of this -2 bullshit.
Let's hope you survive.
We can say that you're
doing
that
great,
you're
sweetie.
doing it. I would love for you to roll for me. Composure, just straight composure.
Do I still get negatives?
We'll say that you've kind of stood up to authority enough. This is gonna be a difficulty 3.
you blank out.
Cool.
You break out of your fucking anger spiral, and you're like, oh shit, what did I just say?
No, I stare this blurred ass face down. I got a 4.
You do, and he comes over to you. And the rest of the kind of is you presume to be kindred.
Oh shit, this person's gonna die.
They murmur briefly to themselves in languages you cannot understand.
She's fucking dead.
And for a moment, you wonder if you're looking at the face of death.
I'm gonna snack you across
But
the face.
you don't move your eyes away. You keep that fierce look in your eyes.
Yeah, the mental T-pose. You're right.
Yeah, you're trying to show your dominance. And he slaps a hand down onto your shoulder. but it's not a painful. You don't die. You
Dislocates your arm.
don't. It is a massive hand though.
There it is.
It is a
It's
tremendous.
a massive, like, it's a fucking mitt.
It's a hand.
Like the moment his hand touches your shoulder, you're like, is that the size of the werewolf's hand?
She's like he's halfway down her arm,
Yeah.
halfway down her back.
Yeah, weird yowie hands.
Very, very big fingers.
And you will hear
Fucking
him
sausage
say,
links there.
Teddy's long clankety fingers.
Jesus. You will hear him say,
Yes, that is what I like to see. I sounded French. I don't need that accent yet. Yes, that is what I like to see.
Vodka. Okay, I'm back.
Vodka, yes.
I can't take this seriously. I'm sorry.
I look forward to what you can do for us. Be in contact.
and he pats you and gestures for you to head out.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to fucking see your face.
See you then.
Bye.
And then she'll leave.
When you turn away, he calls out to you one last time.
And, Nessa, you are expected to participate in our next hunt of kin. After all, you cannot be truly one of us until you've experienced being both hunter and possible prey.
Yeah?
Okay.
She looks to Jem.
Jem kind of nods, thinking that sounded normal.
It's a living.
Okay, sir. And then she'll just leave.
Okay. Jen will kind of head out with you.
Like once they got him like out of earshot, she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, why did I say that? Why did I call him weird?"
I don't know why you
That's
did
not
that
even-
either. I'm
it's like
surprised
a
you still got your
cuss
head,
word.
honestly.
Nessa just cussed at this man. You're weird. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna fucking die!
He took my head up. and his hands
I never swear. Fuck.
Oh, she's just looking at me like silently mumbling to like Jem, like, his hands are huge. He could have just like ripped my head off right there.
Yeah, he pretty much could.
Everyone
Yeah.
was like whispering.
Yeah, it's because they thought you were gonna die. I thought you were gonna die too, but you didn't. So
But you didn't. That's also.
that's great.
But you didn't.
That PC armor's great, ain't it?
You know what he's talking about, yeah?
Huh? No, who?
What the cat was talking about?
Yeah, but who?
Oh, well, you know, nothing's really come out of the Camperella yet, so yeah, it's up to whenever that happens. Blood hunt, you know. You know, I have to expect he's probably gonna want you to finish the job. That's
Yeah.
how you get higher in the ranks, you know. Diablo
Right,
someone.
you. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Diablo someone.
Isn't that like very like taboo? I know that one of my Coterie members actually did it to 2 people.
No, she didn't. She didn't finish it. She didn't finish the act.
Almost.
Fucking up 2 at once.
Something Baron's.
You mean tell me one of your friends is Baron's child, eh?
I mean, she speaks about it all the time. If you've noticed.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to the others.
Right.
Sorry, that was weird. they kind of like they turn away.
Just a little.
Sorry,
I ship it.
but basically, the easiest way for me to describe it is that you drain another kintrade, and then you have a good old mental battle on who gets to keep control. If you get to keep control, then you get a bunch of
new, interesting
experience points.
Yes, and abilities and talking better. You get better. You get what they had without all the, training.
And sometimes you lose control of your body and it's no longer you. It's crazy.
And then, if you don't keep sense of yourself, then the other vampire takes over your body. You just gotta be strong about it.
Really easy, actually.
Just don't bite off too much more than you could chew.
She's just like blinking at them, like, have you used it? But she's not gonna ask.
I guess you don't have that one ability where you can sense the unseen.
That's also meta.
No, she doesn't. In fact.
No, I don't actually.
No.
Well, I guess that's just something you're gonna have to figure out. And then again, by that point, you realize that you're outside again.
Have they like disappeared again?
No, they're still there beside you.
But it's noon.
Yeah, it's noon. You just
And
burst
now
into
you're
flames.
I don't know where the others went. They dropped me off. It's quite a ways to walk.
Get an Uber.
A taxi.
Do you want to come with me? I have a couple of humans that I have to try to convince to be security guards.
You've already convinced them.
Well, figure out how she's gonna do the whole like blood bond bullshit.
Listen, lesbians aren't good at asking other people out on dates. This is a well-known fact. She's trying.
Jem will kind of rub the back of their head, and they're just like, yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
As long as you don't mind me going to Haven.
I don't really mind. It's more Jackson's Haven than anything, and anything to do with him, it's perfectly fine.
If it upsets him, I want to do it.
Tell me about how you feel about all the other Coterie members. And that could be kind of...
I tried to convince an entire dockyard that Jacksin Crane, the Peacock of Glamrock, has an 11th toe. And I think it spread some word down there.
I can imagine the scene kind of pans out with Jem kind of laughing at that. And
But does he?
And that them saying like, do you have evidence? And you can bring Jem back with you.
They're gonna find a demon. Oh man.
All right. Let us kind of cut back to the...
How about romaine instead?
Romaine.
Still a type of lettuce, Jesse.
You, for the rest of the group, what were you guys doing in that span of a few hours? I know you guys kind of started tentatively talking about some things. Fitz, I'm assuming you were going to...
Arrange and make plans to...
Get out of Dodge.
To go to Paris.
Thank God for that 24-hour travel agency down the street.
Thankfully, to go to Paris, it's very easy. Because there's a thing called the channel.
Yeah, we're fucking like connected to it pretty much.
Yes.
There's just a channel across.
The channel is...
Oh yeah, the channel.
Yeah, it's called the channel, and it basically you can just take a train that basically cuts through the French countryside and will literally drop you off in Paris. So...
That's exactly what I want.
The question is, though, Fitz, as you're kind of making this arrangement to get tickets to go there and back, are you planning on asking anybody to go with you?
Who does Fitz hate the least? Yeah, let's play this game.
I mean, Fitz hates me the least, but...
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but you're not here right now.
Right.
I feel like it's important to have a buddy system.
I have red on my shirt. Give me extra points.
Don't help him.
I feel like there's a buddy system that needs to be in place. So I think Fitz will look up from like the travel brochure, like like that has all the times.
Yeah.
And sort of sets it down and says, "I'm going to Paris."
Why? When?
As soon as possible.
Why?
Because I need to talk to somebody.
Phones exist. Like...
Wow, VW spinning hot takes. Not in my VTM game.
Oh, you got to speak to your sire. It's only fair that Fitz gets to.
How do you know where your sire is?
I know.
Is it the Bond thing?
Yes.
Sure, you could say that in a sense.
Now VW's gonna know that you think that you do weird blood magic.
Whatever.
It's better than the alternative.
What's the alternative? Yeah.
I need to ask him a few questions, so. And I don't want to go to Paris alone.
Oh, you're asking one of us to... Oh,
I know, it's such a shock.
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
I can understand if you don't want to go.
No, I've been trying to figure out in my head which one of us you like more, because I don't really think that you would like to go to Paris with either of us.
Vanessa's all buddy-buddy with her new hunting pals, so... Unless you want to grab a ghoul.
I don't have one.
One of the boys? Like...
They're not
Never
ghouls
mind.
yet.
They're not ghouls yet. For a very specific...
Vanessa needs to figure that out.
For a very specific reason, they're not ghouls yet.
If you're looking to get to Paris, then I'd be more than happy to come along if you would like. All you have to do is ask.
I thought that was implied.
Fair enough. I have some business I could get done there too, as well. And who doesn't want to see the city?
It's a fine city.
It is. Have you been?
Been to a lot of places.
You've been to Paris a
No.
lot, though.
My father is an ambassador.
For how long?
As long as I've been born.
It might surprise you to know that's where I was born.
Paris.
Yes.
That explains so much.
Oh, does it?
Just like how VW's American, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes, well. I'm very familiar with Paris. Quite fond of it, actually.
Well, good. I suppose you could show me around a bit.
Perhaps.
Again, all you have to do is ask.
I thought it was implied.
I think he's trying to get you to beg.
Hush now. It's not always how it works. Besides, Fitz has eyes for another, that's clear.
Will you get in trouble if you go to see him?
Well, if
if I go to Paris just to go to Paris and I happen across him, then it would not be on purpose, would it?
No. What about your schooling? Don't you have like finals coming up?
Yes.
Oh, those are long since over. You guys keep saying 2 weeks. You guys have been like vampires for like a month
like
now.
A month or
yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yes. Well.
Well, now I seem cooler to the count.
All
The
things.
whole month.
All things considered, my degree is sort of been given to me.
What's
They're
that?
just giving those out now.
I don't know how it was arranged,
You haven't gotten it yet.
but my graduation has already been secured. So,
Well,
technically,
then a graduation trip.
yes. And technically, I'll be a lawyer.
Human lawyer.
I suppose.
Do the kindred have lawyers?
I
We do
suppose.
seem to have a whole awful lot of guidelines.
I suppose they do.
I think it's just like the higher ups carry out the rules and the punishments.
Well,
Oligarchical.
all things considered, many kindred act within the realm and the scope of mortal rules. So, I suppose having a lawyer that is conscious of law would be useful. Or having a ghoul like that.
I suppose if you were to want to practice kindred law, you'd have to get involved with the kindred government, which I know that we're not really supposed to be buddy-buddy with.
No, we're not.
No. Fall off that bridge when we come to it, I suppose.
Then you will come with me to Paris.
All you need to do is ask.
I thought it was implied.
Oh my god, we're not repeating this for a fourth time.
Third time's the charm.
That's fine. The scene can end at that.
That's great. That was awesome. Yeah.
Okay, that can end there. VW and Jackson, you guys wanted to talk at some point?
About
I mean,
the elephant in the room. In
Fitz's
leather
boyfriend.
pants.
well, I meta-wise would love to know about that. Whether or not VW wants to share that, I don't fucking know. But also,
you just gotta trip her up, man.
Jackson has several sucking wounds
Yeah.
that need potential attendance.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So, essentially, maybe what you guys can do, is because you have Abigail, you guys can go to the, I think it was called the Atlantic Hotel.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
It's nicer than the nicer than a motel, but it's still the 70s, so everything's dirty. And you guys can try to arrange something with getting Abigail a hotel room. Jackson, I'm assuming you're putting it on the band's bill.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, she can get her room service. She's got to eat, clearly.
She's gonna need to eat a lot.
Yeah, well.
I mean, normally I would just take her to Amy's, but you know, humans and Guild. Guild
No, we're not
won't
taking
say
her to
anything, right?
Guild.
Well,
If she eats Gil, then we're
someone needs to
fine.
keep an eye on her, and I mean, I trust the band, but I don't really trust the band with a 14-year-old. I don't know.
Well, then who are you suggesting?
I don't know. I told Fitz that she didn't have to stay at the disco, and I mean,
You guys know I can hear you, Abigail kind of says off to the side, looking down at her bag.
yeah, yes, I know, dear.
Is that a thing? Dogs have good hearing.
She's not a dog.
She gives you kind of a very piercing glare at that.
He gives her a little wink and a smirk. He's fucking with her, clearly.
Yeah.
Fuck with a hormonal teenage werewolf.
Yeah.
Whose description says prone to fits of anger.
That's just a teenager.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure you'll be all right on your own, but I also don't really want to leave you on, you know, your own. I mean,
The city could be a dangerous place. So I ask, who did you have in mind?
well,
Or is one of us going to have to stay?
well, Gil would probably tell your sire, right? That's,
I don't give a fuck what Gil says. I'm not going to put him in a room with her.
yeah, I mean...
What are you guys yammering on about?
Oh my fucking god, I hate it here.
You guys hear a voice, and you turn around, and you see Darian.
Great.
Okay, I like him more. Okay.
And Darian...
He's a parental figure. Just give him a...
I
Darian,
brought
who...
you a child.
Give him...
happy Dad Day. He has his arms kind of crossed over his chest, and kind of looking you guys up and down, and then looks over to Abigail and back.
A very long story, I promise you.
Oh,
You want to enlighten me?
You have the girls. You have your posse. The all the redheads.
The what?
What?
They're like the girls that follow your band. I think Mirage was one of them. We met in the green room. I mean they're girls, and they're kind of her. Well, they're younger, you know, like
The groupies?
What VW is trying to say is that this girl needs a place to stay for a while. And we were trying to find someone who might watch her here.
Yeah, Val Mirage. Jacksin, can I talk to you for a minute?
Give us a moment. He will step toward Darian.
He kind of he likes. It's like awkward because everything's like open concept in the lobby area.
Of course, yeah.
So Darian, if anything, will try to get you to go outside.
Whatever this is, I didn't expect it, but yeah, he'll follow.
I am shook.
He goes outside, and he kind of starts, you know, smacking a pack of cigarettes. And he'll offer you one. When you don't smoke.
Long enough night. What about Mirage?
Well, he pulls one out of the pack. He goes, well, since Chad decided to disappear, and he lights it and
Yes, disappear.
gets that going. So, Lacey was worried about how there wasn't enough fucking people in the fucking groupie group now. And Lacey thought it was a great idea to ask Mirage to join that.
You gained another one in your herd to replace the one you lost.
What are they? Some sort of cult now? Join up?
Fuck if I know that you're fucking groupies.
So, what's the concern?
Wasn't sure if you wanted that or not. After all, she was kind of our public outreach person, and now she's just gonna be another fucking a fuck toy. Takes another. It's true. I don't know what's worse. Being Gil's second hand or being yours. But clearly she made a choice.
You did. Tell me, Darian. What am I to you?
An asshole with a good voice.
Right.
Appreciate it. Chads, remind me, blonde, big, tall.
The only guy that was in your group.
Yeah, yes. Disappeared.
Yeah. could have sworn you all last partied a couple nights ago.
It's all a blur anyway.
He kind of watches you for half a second too long before kind of looking away. And it's like, look, I'm just warning you because Mirage is dressed like the rest of them now. So if she looks different, that's why.
Where has Gil been in all this?
I don't know. Trying to get some sort of studio prepped so we can actually, I don't know, work on an album.
What is that? An album? I don't know what that is. What's work?
Speaking of, how has Omen been coming along?
It's a good drummer, but we don't have any music to work on, so what the fuck are we gonna do?
Yes, I'm getting to that.
Last time he tried practicing in the room, we got a noise complaint.
Yes, well then, it's on Gil to get that bloody studio ready. I've been worrying about getting the venue set up, amongst other things.
Yeah?
There will be music when there is music. For now...
Jackson, I don't think you realize that this is supposed to be a fucking collaborative experience. As it is, I am your co-writer.
Yes, and what have you written lately?
I don't know, you haven't fucking asked me. But I have a bunch of shit in the room, if you want it.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Yeah, later. takes one
I
last
feel bad for Darian.
takes one last drag of his cigarette before he kind of
I
flicks
do,
it.
but Jackson can't yet. Jackson can't care about him so much yet, so I'm trying to play into that.
What's up with the little girl?
Like I said, a long story. She was alone, needed help. VW took pity.
Who is this VW girl? This is the, what, second, third time she showed up on the premises?
She's a personal friend.
Well,
She's helping to secure the venue.
Apparently, she's also Owen's fuck buddy.
What?
I didn't know what I expected, but it definitely wasn't that.
Record scratch. What?
Just white guy blinking meme. When she came in the other night, they all talked, they got all buddy-buddy, and then when I finally went up to my room, well, let's just say I called that noise complaint.
Interesting. Yes, I suppose that's something to talk about too.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Is there anything else I need to know?
No. Do you remember the night of the club, the Marquee? That other horrible band that Adagian was part of.
So eyes kind of go up to the ceiling with the fluorescent lights, bulb lights. Yeah.
They're trash, right?
Yeah. Please validate. No. You know the that singer, Jaeger something or other.
I know him, yeah. We used to play in a couple small gigs.
Just a curiosity, I guess. He and VW go back. I was just interested to know what the man's like. Good to know the competition, I suppose.
kind of, he like straightens up and he like looks back inside and he's like, okay, now I need a drink, but we have to talk about Gavin.
Yeah, well, we don't have to talk about him tonight. It's fine.
Overbearingly positive. People like him.
Yes, I'd imagine so. I've not heard him sing, of course, but
He's got a good voice.
Darian, do you... Darian, do you trust me?
Loaded fucking question.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
This is gonna be... I can't.
That sounds a bit loaded, and considering that I haven't seen you much in the past month, why? Is something wrong?
Just thinking of things, this whole... That night
Which
makes
night?
you think. The moment where we all nearly sunk into the fucking floor and died.
You weren't on the dance floor.
Regardless, it makes you think of things. This venue, this discotheque, it's gonna be what we need it to be. It's going to be everything.
I don't see
Do
how.
you trust that?
I don't see how a discotheque is gonna fucking fix everything. I don't see how a discotheque is going to help a rock band. It's a discotheque, Jacksin.
Yes, well,
And if you think I'm putting on fucking bell bottoms, you're out of your mind.
I'm not asking you to dress up any more than you already do.
But like, could you though?
VW stands inside in her bell bottoms. So.
All I need for you to do is trust the process.
Are you trying to use anything on him?
Not really, honestly. He's trying to level with him as much as he possibly can without saying anything.
Okay.
Because he's also realizing that friends are an important thing right now.
Okay. I need you to roll for me a charisma and persuasion. I am not going to... Well, actually, hold on one second. Let me look at something for him. Because he has his own stats.
Yeah, because he's not a trivial character.
He's not a
I have a
trivial-
specialty in seduction, if that helps.
Are you trying to seduce Darian?
No, I am not. Not tonight.
Come on, Conka. Load. Yeah, that's what VW is going to do. Please. Wow, Conka does not want to load right now. Let's just see what you roll first.
Okay. Fuck me.
One success.
Do you want to use willpower?
That was 8 dice. Yeah, I'm gonna use willpower.
You gonna roll 3?
Reroll 3 dice.
Yeah, dude. Fuck me.
That's 2 successes.
That's 2 successes. And
Yeah.
Conka...
And I'm committing to the fact that I'm not using a power on him.
Yeah, no, I know. So Conka doesn't want to load for me right now, so I'm just going to take the roleplay approach. You say this, and you sound earnest enough for Darian.
Weirdly so.
For Darian to kind of, you know, for as long as you've known Darian, he is not good with emotion. So he
We get along so well.
he kind of rolls his
Dude.
eyes.
What are you, gay?
He rolls his eyes and he's like, look, stop trying. I get that you're saying that this disco is supposed to be this magical cure-all fix, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay?
Right. I'll get back to you about the music.
You better. Otherwise, we're not going to have an album by the end of the year.
Yes, and then that's my ass.
You say that, and Darian pauses, and he goes, "Why? I thought you didn't care what Gil said."
I don't.
Ooh, that's a good way to end it too.
Yeah, it's like Darian kind of looking very thoughtful at you as you walk off back inside.
Yeah.
He'll go back off to the fucking bar where everybody
Guys,
else
I'm
is.
scared about Darian.
Now it's
he's
my
on
ass.
he's on the razor's edge of jumping to the Inquisition. I can feel it.
Like meta-wise, I'm so afraid. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
we
what?
know nothing, but meta-wise,
Oh, okay,
I'm so afraid.
Darian. Darian
Has a gun.
That's it.
He has a gun. He's Gavin's friend, and that
That's it.
one art
I'm
piece
not
that
concerned about the gun. I'm more concerned about the fact that he's Gavin's good bud.
Fear.
He says he knows Gavin, so
Yeah.
We
and
know
that's
he knows Gavin.
go back inside.
Also, I think that gun's just a normal thing. I think you're hyperfixating.
Yeah, I mean everyone can have a gun. Jackson probably has a gun somewhere.
But it's the fact
very
that he
old.
also knows Gavin and has a gun. If he knew Gavin and didn't have a gun, it'd be fine. But he knows
Darian's
Gavin.
I mean, Tristan also knows Gavin and has a gun.
Yeah, and he's a big
You don't know
musician.
that via character-wise. That's
I
meta.
don't know that character.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
the
any
fucking.
of this.
That's the issue.
That's the issue. Anyway, you guys go back inside, and we'll just say, for whatever's sake, you guys can get Abigail a room. And Abigail will kind of, she looks back towards you, VW, and then she kind of goes, you're not just gonna leave and never come back, right?
No, of course not, dear. I'll. Does the disco have a phone?
Not yet.
Working on it.
I will come check on you. And like, I'll try to check on you every night. And I know a lot of people staying here right now, so I'm not going to leave you. We'll figure something out.
Okay. And she takes your word for it, and she looks tired, so she'll go to her room. And she we'll just say for shiggles, she bumps into somebody, makes like a snarl and a very quick sorry before kind of going off into the elevator. And you guys will see Omen kind of just doing like, okay, angry.
It's you. It's the guy that we're all concerned about.
Before he kind of goes off back to the bar as well.
I thought I had a couple more years before I had to deal with angsty teenage bullshit.
It's your choice, love.
Yeah.
You decide to adopt, you've got to take care of it.
I'm just worried.
She'll be fine here. At least for the night. And then we go down to the pound and pick her up a couple new parents.
All the dog jokes. How are you?
I've been better. Shall we get on?
Yeah.
It's getting early, I'd imagine.
Yeah. How's Mirage? What did Darian want to talk about?
Just some new ideas she wanted to run by me. It's nothing concerning yet.
Jacksin, roll for me wits and wages.
Wits and wages.
Wits and wages.
Wits and wits and wits and uwu.
2 of.
Okay. Jacksin, I'm assuming you guys are kind of heading out, right?
We're walking.
And you look back over to the bar, and your eyes kind of scan around. You see Omen hamming it up, and he is kind of lounging in between what looks to be Darian and another woman with red hair. And
is his dick like super tight in those pants though?
I mean, his dick is always super tight in those pants. And regardless, both the woman and Darian look kind of annoyed.
You gotta let those balls breathe.
And it's fine. He doesn't need to worry about procreating. And you look over and you see your herd. And the herd is kind of what sticks out the most because they're all looking at you already. Expectantly. And
Please?
you see Mirage in the middle. She is not dressed as modestly as she usually is, even though she's kind of has her hands covering like her midsection. And she kind of like tries to sit up straighter and look more presentable for you. And then the beast in the back of your head chuckles. You haven't tried that one yet.
Oh my fucking god, I hate his beast.
Hey, that didn't sound like Gil. Like,
Shut up.
Ah!
No.
Or I don't want to trigger Michael anymore with this game than it already is.
I do want to have this conversation with VW, but
You should have the conversation and then just go and slate your 300.
bitch. Fuck. Yeah, as they're walking out, Jacksin just kind of stops. He says, you go along. I'll be there shortly.
Oh, okay, all right. You sure everything's all right?
Yes,
I know.
like I said, I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
If you wanted to wait, I'm sure Omen's available.
BW, that's news to you.
Oh shit!
What a place to end that scene! Wow.
He just said any shitty flippant thing to walk off because he does want to. I mean, he's livid, and he wants to go right up to the herd, the flock.
The flock, yeah. I've called them the doves now for you. They call themselves they call themselves your doves.
It's so cute. If I wasn't fucking pissed at that.
No.
Do you talk to anybody?
Yeah, he wants to.
Scroll
I'm
down.
trying to think of the best way to do this, considering they're all in the same fucking place.
You just make a motion to go to the bedroom, and then you can give him an earful.
Or a mouthful.
Regardless, as you approach,
Yeah, please.
as you approach, Lacey kind of like almost vibrates and then kind of quickly like pats at Mirage, and Mirage like very like, you know, kind of she tucks her hands up like this and is weirded out, but then she kind of gets up and quickly goes over to where you are. And she's trying her best to hold her composure as she kind of like looks up at you, and then she looks down and she goes, hey Jacksin, how you like the new look?
Come with me.
She kind of she goes a shade paler, which is hard because she's pretty pale. And she looks back towards the others, and the others go and do like a whole like and she follows you
somewhere secluded enough.
You have a room you can use
That's
whenever you
probably
feel like.
Fucking yeah.
It is also the room.
It is a good fucking room.
That is also the room where it happened.
Yeah, I know.
The blood from Chad on the bed.
It's okay. It's been cleaned. It's been sanitized, sterilized, steamed.
Yeah, he'll take her back up to the room. And when they get inside, he makes sure nobody fucking else is there.
Omen waves.
I'm in the mirror. But he he just looks at her and says, "What the hell do you think you're doing?"
What do you mean? Look, if the skirt's too short, you know, Lacey said that I should get this one, and you know, I thought maybe like I could get.
What did they tell you?
She kind of like takes like a half step back because you sound angry.
Yeah, he's angry.
And she'll say, "What do you expect? I mean, look, we don't gotta talk about it. I mean, you're hungry, right?" And that pretty much says enough that she knows. Look, I just kind of figured that with everything gone, regards to Jazz and everything like that, I figured that you would probably be a better bet than staying with Gil. At least you seem like you act like you care. Look, you know, Stacy taught me how to do the whole thing where you do the whole like sexy cutting thing, and she tries to like look around the room for like a little like paring knife or whatever.
Yeah, I think he's gonna like grab her wrist, not in like a terribly force. I mean, content warning. He's not gonna like attack her, but I mean, obviously he's upset.
Mm-hmm.
He is gonna grab her wrist and he's gonna say,
That's the noise she makes.
yeah, I figured. So I presume you know what happened to Jacksin now?
Not everything.
Do you know what happened to Chad?
She just nods up and down. She's not looking at you right now. She's kind of like, her eyes are like super fixated on something on the floor.
Do that to me, Mr. J.
Why, in God's name, would you want to be involved in that?
Like I said, it just sounds safer than it is with the alternative.
Tell me about Gil.
She kind of like, her brows kind of like furrow at that, and she kind of like, she looks like she doesn't want to say anything with that. So if you want her to talk about it, you're going to have to use some of your special vampire powers.
I'd rather just use insight to see if I can get what information I need.
Yeah, sure. I mean, she's kind of an open book, so that's only going to be like a 1 difficulty.
Just like wits and wagers.
Yeah, wits and insight.
Wits and way.
Jazz.
Okay. From what you saw in the hotel room,
yep,
to everything now, it is clear that Mirage is doing more than what is within her job description. Yeah. And considering what she was told with Jacksin and subsequently Chad, she is still considering you to be a better option than Gil. Which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I know he's your touchstone and all, but you got 3, right?
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Right? And then
if
you
I'm
can always
perfectly
get
honest.
You have
the problem being, I've got 2 fucking stains.
So you lose a humanity.
We could just talk to
Or
Hana
2.
and have her deal with Gil. You could be like, "Hey, Gil is more of a risk than he is a benefit.
Oh.
Also, I made this new ghoul. If you want to use him, ignore the fact that I made a new ghoul. But if you want to use him,
Who?
That is a good idea. But fucking Siegfried.
Siegfried's your other girl, yeah.
That is a great idea, but Jackson's more of an act and apologize later.
Right, so
Apologize.
so kill
I'm just
Gil,
saying,
right?
you have 3 touchstones, right? Like,
I do have 3 touchstones.
So what?
But I'm saying don't do the dirty work yourself. Have Hana deal with Gil. You gotta go badmouth the shit out of him and be like, he's not helping.
I think she knows that he's a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you gotta. He's
You gotta
album,
take it
man.
into your hands.
He's
and-
not
I gotta
helping.
this is my responsibility. Mirage is my responsibility, as far as Jacksin is concerned.
Just gotta kill him.
We'll say that
It'll
you know
be easy.
you kind of you look like you're stewing, and when you finally kind of like regain enough of your spatial awareness, Mirage is looking at you with kind of like very wide doe eyes, and she goes, I know what you're thinking, and I probably wouldn't do that. You'd probably make the lady boss really mad.
So what? You just want me to let him walk around? Let him to continue to breathe?
No, I'm just saying, just get me away from him.
Mirage,
Look, I know you're super hungry. And she kind of tries to reach for the knife with her other hand.
Nice redirect, Mirage.
He will to keep her from grabbing the knife. He will like wrap an arm around her.
Mm-hmm.
Do it the old-fashioned way.
You do that.
And say, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no,
please.
you do that, and she looks more flustered in doing that, because now that she registers the reason why you're cold amongst everything else going on about you, your presence. So,
he just says, "Is this what you want?"
Yeah. That's better than me jumping off the roof. Whoa, that was really weird.
That was fucking scary.
My light turned on. I got scared myself. Oh, my light turned off.
Oh my god.
Oh, what the
God
fuck?
damn.
Someone clip that.
Jesus Christ.
Spooky hours.
I don't know why my light turned off, but it did.
He's just gonna say,
Andromeda is found dead in Miami.
yeah, fucking Christ. He's just gonna say, no, there's no need for that. Every problem can be fixed. You don't need to do this if you don't want to.
Yeah, I do. You just don't let people like me who knows things about you walk away. I'm stuck here. I'd just rather be stuck with you. This is what happens when Michael doesn't give Julian any input. He just comes up with stuff.
Hey, I'm fine with it. I think it's great. He will take this in, and he will sigh deeply, forcibly.
This is not what he wants, but you know.
Just don't drink from her. She could be a part of the flock, but just don't even touch her.
He is learning a lot of things about how the world sees him.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't really give a shit before, but he's almost died a couple of times now. And I'm trying to ramp up to remorse levels.
Mm-hmm.
So he will lay her, or he will sit her down, or whatever's the most comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do it the old-fashioned way. From the neck, no cutting herself. That sucks.
It's not like cutting. It's more like,
no, I know,
like the playful, like, oh look,
right.
are you hungry? You know?
Yeah.
Oh no,
so
a paper cut.
Yeah, that's basically.
I want it to be more like
intimate.
This sucks, but it's gonna be intimate, and it's like I please trust me that I will take care of you, despite all the constant negative press.
Okay. Do you want to use any of your special Toreador powers that you have when you do the bloodsucky thing?
I am considering it.
You should probably just make it as nice as possible.
Come on, one of you guys got to use your disciplines. Like, trying to get you guys to your vampires, use your special vampire powers.
been using my disciplines.
Why do you keep saying
all
like
the
we're all
time.
not using our powers when clearly we have been?
Today. Well, Vanessa's are passive, so.
Exactly. They're always on.
I run fast. What else do you want me to do? Collect
Okay.
gold rings?
Go fast.
You don't want me to jump through any more hoops for you?
I am worried about the phrasing of lingering kiss.
Why?
Because like what I would want to instill is like the feeling of security of some fucking in some weird twisted
Feels
way.
like home.
Meanwhile, victims fed upon by the user become addicted to the kiss, obsessing it, seeking the vampire out. That's fine. Mortals often become anemic, self-harm, or even die from this addiction.
That is just basically if you were to
Bring them along.
either bring them along or like feed off them constantly or not feed off them at all. Like that's just showing like the ways that this person can react.
It's
Okay.
showing your possible consequences if you decide to leave them alone.
Right, if you
Immediately
decide
after
to
doing
not
this.
care for them. Yeah.
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 So I'll use lingering kiss.
Are you sure we're gonna go to a major time skip?
No, we are.
I'm not gonna be not doing anything for a time skip.
Okay. You do that.
Yeah.
And because she is a part of the herd, this isn't like something where you would try to bloodbind her or anything like that.
Right.
If you wanted to do that, then she would be removed from the herd and go to a different category, like in the Rosalind category, and then you would get someone else in your herd. So from what you can do, the maximum you can slake hunger-wise is 2. It's the most maximum non-harmful from her.
Then can I just ask then, what is the benefit of blood bonding a mortal?
They do your bidding. They do
What's your tier goal?
They do your bidding no matter what you ask. They need like a fleck of your blood every so often, but they basically can act for you during the day. And they don't have the added perks of kind of vampire powers like you gave Siegfried.
She's so not a ghoul, just okay.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I would like to remove her from the herd and attempt to bloodbind her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to do this in one night, you got to pretty much drain her completely. It's not gonna kill her.
Right.
You're just gonna give her enough blood where she's bloodbound to you.
Okay.
So
it's kind of it's like I'm halfway ghouling. Her.
Yes. And like
Okay.
yeah, because there's 3 different ways to bloodbind someone. You either get them to drink your blood on 3 consecutive nights for a mortal,
Which I mean you can do too.
which you can do as well, because time's gonna be squiffy after this. Or you drink deeply from her. You will go back to 1 hunger, and then you give her your blood, and then she's then bloodbound to you.
What I'm this is sort of more of an RP question. Will she be like out of commission for a day? Because I don't want that. That's gonna look bad.
I mean, she will definitely be tired, the next day, but it's not like she's gonna be. You could just chop it up to being a hangover.
There we go.
Lord knows you guys are probably gonna do more than just the vampire kiss. So
Yeah. So yes, I'll do it in 1.
Okay.
I'm going to bloodbind her.
Bloodbind her. Okay, and then that'll be something to think of later for the person who's going to replace your herd your herd person. So,
but yeah, I mean, this also, I mean, in a fucked up way, this does kind of make sense because he does need like a PA to be like doing shit in the day. Like
I mean,
that was her job basically. Anyway.
It's her job anyway, but now she's going to be able to do it, for you and be more dedicated.
And now she's gonna have a fucking excuse to be away from the hotel.
yeah, like she will.
Much as possible.
She will listen to whatever you tell her to do, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Cool.
that.
Cool.
Hey, Jackson finally got to sleep with Mirage. Yay.
Hey, yay! I wish it were under fucking literally any circumstances.
Hey, you know what? It's better. You guys got to bond over, like
your mutual hatred of Gil.
Gil's awful.
Yeah.
We're both cool, right?
Gil hitting is such a turn on.
It's so good.
So you do that.
Yes.
And I'm going to assume that now that the conversation with BW is not going to happen now.
They're just gonna be waiting outside.
Because I will say that this is definitely a form of remorse towards Chad, because you're not gonna just be like, well, she's not just gonna be another Chad. You're removing her.
That's kind of what I was gearing toward, just generally. I don't want to not have the conversation with BW because I think that's important for character reasons. But
okay, if you guys are okay with us going a little bit over tonight, because I think the final scene that we'll probably do is Fitz's scene. After you and after Jacksin and VW talk, is that okay?
I'm fine with it. I don't want to like take up everybody else's time.
No, it's fine.
Okay, if people are cool with it, we try to keep it brief.
Hi, Cat.
Hi, Cat. Hi, Dace.
Noodle.
But yeah, I think eventually he will make his way back to the fucking haven.
Mm-hmm.
Just smacks Jesse slowly.
The feeding does not heal me at all, right? I still have to do that.
Yeah, you are not healed at all, but you're now at 1 hunger, so.
Right. Does feeding from another vampire heal aggravated damage?
Yes. But what it basically does is that VW will have to roll a rouse check each time. For you.
It might just be.
But I'm still in pain.
It might be better to just wait the days and try and
just sleep it off.
Sleep it off.
Well, I'm at 1 hunger, so like I'm completely fine with it.
I think it would be better to sleep it off.
Depends on when you're going to Paris.
Oh fuck, that's right. Yeah, I got a big Paris trip now.
Yeah.
Going to the big city.
Oh wow, the big city.
Wow.
But yeah, I think Jacksin will come back to the haven eventually. What's VW doing?
Probably like flipping through my book, trying to see werewolf lore. There's not going to be any werewolf lore.
How to train your werewolf.
Yeah. Please, dear God. How to deal with teenage werewolf.
Yeah, there's
a bit of light reading before bed.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do with Abigail. Just finding answers as soon as possible.
Yes, I'm sure she'll be fine, at least for the rest of the day.
Yeah. What did what you what did Omen say something to you?
I know it was Darian, actually. News seems to travel fast. It's no hard feelings, of course. He's a good-looking man. I wouldn't mind a go myself, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just wondering how it is that a kindred can convincingly lay with a mortal in such a way. That is, of course, unless he's not.
I don't know what he is, but he's not.
I had a vague suspicion. People are usually quite, how shall I say it, awed by me.
I mean,
not so Omen.
You don't say.
It's in the fucking book, bitch. Fuck off, Fitz. Go to Paris.
Go to Paris. Oh shit, I have to go with you.
Go to Paris by
Oh,
yourself.
fuck. Yeah.
I mean, VW can go with me.
Yeah.
you
VW would
want
make a
that?
more fucking interesting travel companion, I'm
Do
sure.
you want that? Yeah, I know, right?
Sure, come with me then.
Come with me.
Let's all
Your
go
choice,
and
bitch.
ditch Vanessa.
Don't worry,
Vanessa comes back to the haven like, where did
Don't
I
worry,
go?
me and Jem can hold down the fort.
Fucking Reason
You turn
shows
it into a
up.
literal fort.
Reason shows up and she's like, where the fuck's the rest of your coterie and who the fuck is this?
Vacation on
Jem's just sitting there on the bar with their legs up.
No, I lost my fucking train of thought. Jesus.
Sorry.
No, I can't remember.
We're never getting to Paris.
No, fuck Paris. It's I wouldn't drink from him if he was a mortal. That's kind of Conan says that wouldn't really do much for me.
It's beneath you.
No, Conan said I have peculiar tastes, apparently. I haven't, tried it out, but it's a mutual arrangement thing. He knows some stuff. He's keeping his mouth shut.
How do we compare?
What do you mean?
Well, you've had a taste of both. I'm just interested.
I mean, he's pretty good. I don't know what he is. That was gonna be something I tried to get out of him, but he likes to evade answering things straightforward.
Yes, well, believe it or not, this might actually be a good thing. If we have another person potentially on our side, I am worried about Darian now.
What about Darian?
He's quite close friends with our mutual friend, Gavin Yeager.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to talk to him about that, actually. Why do you? I mean, he's mortal, I think.
He may be, but
Haven't tried his blood yet.
yeah, we haven't exactly seen eye to eye. I'm just a bit concerned about having a turncoat, potentially, in the organization.
He knows where the Haven is.
Exactly. So I say it's better we get to him first. I'd like to source Omen's opinion about it. They seem to know each other quite well. How about business for another night? He goes to sit and strains a bit.
I thought you were you're
Real quick.
Yes.
Jacksin, you did do the do, yes?
What?
You did do the do, yes?
Sure.
Roll a rouse check for the blush of life.
Oh, I was thinking about that. I was going to do that as a joke, but I do actually have to do that.
Okay, so
yay!
You don't get any hungrier.
Yay! It worked for once.
Yeah. Now you know how I feel.
Yeah.
I thought you
Cold,
were,
I'd imagine.
Yeah. I thought your group, not your groupies, but like your I thought you were
miraculously healed.
No, but I thought you did your thing with them, and you kind of still look like shit. So like,
Yes, the werewolf did a number. Yes, I spoke to Mirage. I suppose another few nights won't go amiss.
well, if you're going to Paris with Fitz, I mean, you help me out. I could help you out, or one of the others maybe if you like ask them.
Miss VW, a taken woman.
Omen and I aren't like that, and Gavin has made his feelings at the moment apparent.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind. But I'm rather exhausted from everything.
Yeah, long couple days.
You, I guess we never really discussed what happened back that first night at the Haven. The original. Those two upstart kindred that decided to insult you and your blood.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Great. That's what the beast says.
Great!
I just imagine, like, Tony the Tiger.
Great!
He is a beast.
At the time, I mean, it was a bit of a blur. I was upset, so it felt good.
Exquisite, didn't it?
Yeah,
Like you finally slaked all that hunger. Like he could never come back.
I always do.
You hear literally curl over the back of your ear.
But it always does. Doesn't it?
It's a short-lived pleasure. It doesn't, you know. I have to live with the aftermath now, so
Yes,
I think it was worth it.
Darling, I'm the queen of short-lived pleasures, but I think I might find myself agreeing with you. Can I roll remorse now?
I was going to have you guys roll remorse after the scene, but if you want to roll it now, you can. So, what happens with a remorse roll? You roll the amount of dice in between your humanity and your stains, which I believe
There's
for
a little
you
remorse button though.
there is, and it will calculate what you have.
Okay.
So for you, it's 1 dice. If you yes, it is 1 dice.
I have 2 stains.
Yes, but you roll the amount of dice and the space in between, and you have
in between. I'm sorry.
You have 1 space in between. So all you need to do is get a success. If you get a success, you lose the stains, you keep your humanity. If you fail, you lose a point of humanity, and the stains also go away.
All stains.
All your stains go away, but you lose a point of humanity.
Because, like, you get over it, but in not a cool way.
Right.
You're like, psh, doesn't bother me.
Well, that's why I wanted to roll it mid-scene before my next
You
sentence.
get over it, but you change.
Yeah, so if you want, go for it.
Chad.
Roll your 1 dice.
Ooh.
You failed. All right,
Fucking
and
Chad.
there is no. Oh, you got a 1 too. So you definitely don't feel.
Yeah.
Fuck Chad. Maybe it's because you couldn't remember like what Chad looked like when you were describing him to Darian.
Yeah, I think that I mean maybe it does work. The fact that the beast spoke to him and then he literally kind of parroted what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, I guess short-lived pleasures are all that life is worth, aren't they?
Well,
And sorry, go ahead.
no, please say whatever you're gonna say.
I was gonna say Jacksin approaches
Oh Jesus. Okay.
salaciously.
Yeah.
So let me describe for you something real quick.
Yes.
So humanity level 6. You were at 7. You're now at 6.
Mhm.
Tragic, honestly.
Hey, people die. Stuff breaks. You have little difficulty with the fact that you need blood to survive and that you do what needs to be done to get it. You might not go out of your way to wreck things or kill people, but you don't cry bloody tears over it either. You're not automatically horrid. Kindred at this stage of humanity don't win any prizes for congeniality either. Rules for this level of humanity work as the previous rating unless otherwise noted, as the human mask becomes more difficult to wear. Now, what this means is that you cannot have sexual intercourse per se, but you can fake it by winning a dexterity plus charisma test if you wish.
Welcome to my life.
This blows.
Made at a 1 die penalty to your pool.
I regret everything. Can I re-roll my remorse?
No. Even when using the blush of life, you must now make a composure plus stamina test at a difficulty 3 to be able to keep down food or drink for an hour.
It's truly tragic.
This is why
It's truly
BW
outrageous.
Doesn't.
So
Truly.
that's just what you can kind of mark that down on your
Just
character
so you
sheet
know.
later.
Well-
But I
y'all's humanity is that low?
hmm?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Shut
can't
the
you
fuck
just
up,
keep your
Fitz.
humanity?
I have 8 humanity.
That's because
Fuck
you're
off!
you're a shitty consensualist.
I'm just vibing over at 7.
You know, we get it. We get
Wow.
it.
Wait, are we both at 6 now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have been at
Ooh.
6.
This is a corruption arc.
VW started at 6.
I've murdered several people and I'm still at 7.
Listen.
Yeah, it's because you keep killing the bad people.
Right, and that goes along with my
Yes.
morals.
That's why D&D alignment is so fucking flawed.
So you approach VW
Salaciously.
salaciously.
If you are okay with that.
No, I
as a
am. I
player.
am. I lost my train of thought now because we talked
Yeah.
about stats. But you were being a bitch. You're like, haha, short-lived pleasures. That's all that
Hee hee
matters.
wee.
Hee wee. My wee doesn't work anymore.
Hee my pee.
No gungi, but still want drink.
I mean, I think there's a difference between harmful, short-lived pleasures and ones that are beneficial to multiple people.
And how about this? Is this beneficial?
I mean, you helped me, but whatever you like need.
I hate this.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. What?
What?
Are we doing the thing?
We're doing. If this guy needs it fixed, yeah, we're doing the thing.
I hate playing evil characters.
And he
I
just
hate
and he
this.
just got eviler.
I
Is
hate
that
this so
evil?
much. So yes, fade to black.
Okay, so we'll just worry about the mechanics now for this.
Except I heal and aggravated damage.
So are you only doing it once?
Only once.
Okay, so VW, roll for me a rouse check.
You can do it as many times as you need because I am at 1 and this is when it's going to be safest. But rouse check. Hell yeah.
You're not.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Okay, rouse check.
Rouse check.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you're hungrier.
Yes.
How boo-booed are you still?
Oh no, I'm done. That was the last one.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm all good.
so you're all good, and you can look nice.
I'm the only one that's boo-booed.
It's okay.
Well, do you want to drink from me too? Because that's fine. We can do
We
that.
can have a big, chug fest.
And Fitz
No.
is like
What
Like,
are you
She has,
doing?
she has
covering his
standards.
ears
It's
in
good.
the coffin. Like, I'm so sick of this place.
Besides, Vanessa's still pondering how Gem tasted last time.
I mean,
good
that
job,
too.
Gem.
Okay, so you make yourself nice and pretty for Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Harry.
we'll say that
Paris.
some time passes. And it's hard to really pinpoint exactly how much. Soon, nights begin to blur together with the general routine of roaming the dark streets of London, while also preparing for this tremendous disco that's meant to rock Camden markets. Fitz and Jacksin, roll for me a rouse check for this night.
Oh my god. Please, for the love of God. Okay, thank you.
Okay, neither of you are any
Dear
hungrier.
Lord.
I'm at 3 hunger right now. I'm irritated.
You're Gungi.
The beast is just man. I'm surprised that you didn't go try to deal with that hunger elsewhere, but that's okay. Maybe you were waiting for another taste of somebody else.
Man flesh.
Man flesh.
Man flesh. Oh, darn.
All right, Fitz. You
Gosh darn it.
Jacksin had the best sleep of his life. His unlife.
is unlike
We're in the coffin together.
Aww.
Vanessa closes the coffin and looks at Fitz. Should we put bricks on top?
Oh, it's more like Vanessa walks back out.
Like, quick.
You got somewhere to stay.
Yo, Jem, you got a haven?
Now Vanessa walks out into the sun.
Bath time on my lap.
Jem, can you pick me
Aw.
up? The coterie sucks.
Literally.
Oh, come pick me up. I'm scared.
All right, Fitz. As things are kind of like developing with the disco, you've been kind of taking like a passive stance on everything, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, you haven't like gone to like volunteer for any particular role or anything like that?
I don't think anybody thinks that I'd be capable of helping plan develop a discotheque.
Oh, that sucks for you, because I think you took some business classes, but
I have like a dot in finance.
you took a business class.
I was low-key thinking Fitz would be
It's
the
fine.
bookkeeper,
Vanessa
but...
can do that. She has points in in politics too.
I have 2
And
dots in
also
politics
economics.
and 1 dot in
She
finance.
has a specialty in economics.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck yeah. Vanessa will also be your bookkeeper.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure everybody thinks I'm a fucking square, and they're right.
And that's fine. Whatever happens, happens. I will say, however, in the subsequent weeks, you find yourself being mailed something to the Haven. One of the Lost Boys received it from the postman that afternoon, and you find the contents inside are a graduation...
Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Where does that even come from?
7.
Oh.
What's in the box?
In the box.
Well, it's not a box, it's an envelope.
What's in the envelope?
Jesus, it's an envelope.
Gwyneth Paltrow's toe.
The contents are your graduation certificate and your diploma for a degree that you never finished. It would appear that Louis meant his word that he would go through and pull some strings within the university to bypass all of those finals that you missed without any real explanation of how or why. After all, you're considered to be dead by today's standards, right? Wouldn't your parents have filed a wrongful death or at least a missing persons case? Regardless, there's a small note that's in with the diploma in the envelope that simply says in French, I don't know how to speak French, it basically just says, miss you.
It says omelette du fromage.
Omelet with cheese?
It's a Dexter's Lab joke.
Oh, okay. So, it almost feels as if someone's expecting you. Because that night, you and Jacksin Preen, Vanity Queen, Peacock of Glamrock are heading to Shepherd of Sin. I'm so sorry, I forgot that part. Are heading to Paris that night.
Boys trip.
Boys trip.
Fitz will probably
Just guys being dudes.
Fitz will probably like just kind of hold on to the letter that said "miss you," like a gay.
It's like a tiny little it's like a special artisan paper, and it's like
pining asshole.
Clearly
Are you saying that it is-
hand written in fucking gold leaf.
Are you saying that it is petite?
Petite, le petite.
Yeah.
La petite omelette du fromage.
I hate you so much.
Fitz is really thinking about getting that petite more in. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You gotta do that with Jacksin there.
No. Jackson's pee-pee don't work.
He
My blood still runs, baby.
has to pretend to make it work, okay?
And that sucks. Right after he used it with Mirage, it just stopped working.
I mean, I guess it was meant to be. That was
Mine's broken.
that was the last one that was ever meant to be.
No, we're gonna have a grand redemption arc. Once I kill Gil, get a couple more strings. I'll
Get new
repent.
touchstones.
New touchstones.
Fail the other remorse check.
Technically kill one of my other touchstones, so I make her a vampire. I'll remorse that one too.
We'll worry about that later.
And now you're at 4 humanity.
Hey, I'm gonna go all the way up to 10. I'm gonna be the first.
Look, if I can't get Mikhail up to level 10 humanity, neither can you.
Now,
That's the thing.
Mikhail
This is
deserves
so
to be at
red
level 10.
tonight from laughing. I can't.
It's gonna happen. Jacksin is gonna come out of this the fucking top, or he's gonna go feral first.
Okie dokie.
Well, for now, Jacksin feels great, and you guys are heading your way through the channel on a train to head straight towards the heart of Paris. Convenient that these trains run even at night.
Funny that.
On the ride over, I would love for one of you guys to roll for me.
Wits and wages.
Yes. Wits and Juez.
Who has the wittiest wagers?
I have 4 dice.
I do as well.
All right.
You do it.
Have Fitz do it.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, it wasn't a messy critical.
You looked at that thing so fucking hard, your eyes burst.
I got excited. Fitz,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you having to sit next to Jacksin or across from Jacksin in your little kind of cubby.
I know Jacksin probably is like man spreading so hard right now.
No, he's not. He's man-spreading upwardsly, but his spindly little legs are crossed over each other.
And probably kicking at your legs. Because
He has to let it air out in these pants because it don't work no more. So it's just like in the way.
Var didn't listen to a word I fucking said.
It's okay.
They were trying to think of their good, funny little joke.
You're right, actually.
Yeah.
Jacksin in a very Jesus pose right now. But that's not what you're looking at, Fitz. In fact, you're looking at anything else. And you actually catch a tuft of red hair duck under one of the seats from the booths ahead. It's a rather poor attempt at a blatant hiding, and you're sure a woman has been staring at your booth for quite some time. You think about it for a second, and you get kind of like this momentary dread that kind of boils in your stomach. You know who that is. That's Barbara Chambers, the young woman who your grandmother and mother was desperately trying to get you to court. The girl with all of the real estate, I want to say provinces, and that's not the right word.
She's got
assets.
huge tracts of land.
God damn it.
Real estate properties.
Properties and assets.
She's got a lot of acreage.
A lot of acreage.
I'm gonna fucking drown on this slushy, Michael. You need to stop.
Like, look how red I am from laughing tonight. Like,
but before you can kind of really register that, or like, should I go talk to her, or should I run in the other direction, you get the announcement that the train's pulling into the station. What do you do?
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
I'll just let you say all the French stuff.
That's
Do your fancy spell. Run away.
Yeah, gonna do the fancy spell. Probably.
Read for me what you need to do for that.
I just need to tell her to forget.
You just need to kiss her.
Do you need to look her in the eye?
Kanka's acting slow though.
Kanka is acting very slow. I could always look it up on the PDF. Let me do that. Cloud of Memory. All right, cost is free.
Cloud of Memory sounds like a Kingdom Hearts spin-off.
Yeah, I know, right? No roll is required against an unprepared mortal victim, clouding the memory of a resisting victim. Blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah, you. By uttering the phrase "forget," the user can make a dominated victim forget the current moment as well as the last few minutes, enough to mask a superficial feeding or a chance meeting. No new memories are formed, and if pressed, the victim realizes they have a few minutes missing.
This isn't exactly a chance meeting, because she's definitely been following us for the past, I don't know, hour.
It's like 2 hours for that train ride.
But we can definitely mask me leaving and what direction I'm going.
And she misses getting off the train, and her ass is going to the next stop.
She's going back to London.
She's
going back to London.
So we're gonna do something like that. So
okay, you stand up, and people are kind of like getting up and moving around and getting ready to kind of head off the train. And you'll actually notice that she is kind of quickly grabbing her bag and looking about ready to skitter off.
Yeah, I'm going to stop right in front of her and tap her on the shoulder.
Okay, you do that, and she kind of like, her shoulders kink up, and she goes, "Look, Mr. Winters, I wasn't trying to
Forget.
and you do that, and do you look at her face as you pass by?
Yeah.
She looks sad.
Great, I don't feel sorry, and neither should Fitz.
I'm gay. I'm gonna walk away.
Did you just say that?
Just say forget I'm gay.
Forget. Instead of move, I'm gay. It's forget, I'm gay.
I'm gay.
Just going to say forget and just sort of look back. Come on.
You forgot
Friend
the
of
I'm
yours?
gay bit.
Huh?
Friend of yours?
Yes and no. I really can't have... Gonna have to deal with that later.
And you guys pop off the train.
I'm pretty sure that my family knows something happened to me.
How much of something?
If they thought I was dead, then the school wouldn't give me my diploma, or there'd be more of a fuss. And if they knew I was missing, then there would be a missing persons report or something. Flyers around the school.
Your face on the back of a milk carton.
But there's none of that.
You think they might be involved with the Inquisition?
I don't know. I don't know what any of my family is involved in, outside of politics.
This wouldn't have anything to do with that missing brother of yours.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Not that it matters. I see him in every mirror and every... Never mind.
You two get off the train and pass through like the few people that are kind of huddling and grabbing their bags, and one person kind of takes their bag down from the top, passes over the window, and brings it down. And the audience sees this. The audience sees a pale figure grinning within the glass with white blonde hair.
There he is.
Yeah, Fitz.
There.
Yeah, it's Fitz.
You know how Fitz likes to grin?
You know how Fitz likes to grin? He's about to see his boyfriend. He's happy.
Yeah, so you guys go through the station and out into Paris.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Fitz, yeah, you've been to France.
The lights.
You've been to France more times than you probably care to admit. It's a denizen for modern reform as much as London has been since the Second World War. It's still filled with its massive pockets of the wealthy and not so. And yet you find yourself wandering towards the oldest part of the city that survived the great lengths of time thus far. You find yourself...
Look at her.
Hmm? She's so fucking tiny.
Look at how small she is.
What a tiny girl. Meanwhile, our cats are fucking monsters. Fitz and Jacksin, you guys find yourself in the first arrondissement, skirting the Louvre and the Tuileries Garden. I had to like write down like the pronunciation for this shit. Before making yourself between two rows of beige and stone buildings that hold a number of prestigious apartments and flats in Paris. For those of you guys who do not know, the first arrondissement, there's different quarters in Paris. This is the oldest quarter that's survived all of the reform and all of the wars and shit like that. So this has some of like the oldest buildings that are left in the area. Many of them are meant to kind of uphold like their outer facades, but typically these days the area is now used more for business than per se lavish living quarters. Nevertheless, Fitz, you find the address that you were given, and you find yourself beneath a perfectly carved archway and a simple call box by the door. Do you plan on bringing Jacksin into the space?
I want to meet everybody's parents. I already got to meet the Baron, like, properly.
I know, right?
Have sex. Go away.
You're trying to meet all the other fucking sires. It's funny.
Can you come back?
Come back?
Or just linger?
I thought you were meant to be my travel guide.
Yes, well, I need to do this first.
Yes, yes, all right. Have your clandestine little meeting. I'm gonna go take a walk along the Seine.
Okay. Bing bong.
Okay. The call box buzzes a few times. It's like one of those like antiquated ones where you have like just like the earphone piece that you hold and you hit the button to the place that you want to contact. And it rings a few times before it picks up. It's silent on the other end, as if clearly the person is waiting for you to speak.
And then you hear phone guy on the other side.
Hello, hello, hello.
Phone guy? Stool?
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear. I don't know how to do his fucking voice.
That was pretty much it.
It's me.
Once you speak, there's a ha. I thought it was you.
It's the Count.
No.
Just kidding.
Let's just say I was maybe expecting you. Hold on just a moment.
Okay.
And it clicks.
You
And
hear several hundred doors unlock.
you sit there and you wait for a few minutes. Perhaps a few minutes longer than you'd like. But soon the door buzzes loudly to indicate that it's been unlocked. And you've been given passage into the main corridor to an elevator, where you see 2 armed guards on either side. They say nothing to you as you pass on through. And you go upstairs into another small hallway where there is a simple white painted door with the apartment number written, not written, in golden plaques, I'm sure, on the front of it.
So French.
And if you open it, it's unlocked. And the space itself is something of a snapshot of the past. Like a Rococo exhibition on display, despite knowing that this is a place where a 200-plus-year-old vampire is staying. With tremendous high ceilings and gilded molding on nearly every surface of the walls, each panel adorns a mirror. Each one is also elaborately framed in gold, and some span from nearly floor to ceiling.
Yeah, I'm not looking
Jacksin
at...
would love this place.
I am not looking at any of those mirrors.
It's hard not to, because they're almost everywhere.
Oh, this is a fun house of French horror.
Wait, do these mirrors have solar in them? If so, you can't see a vampire.
No. That's only if you have the mythic flaw.
No.
Or if you're a fucking La Sombra, then you don't show up in mirrors and shit like that.
La Sombra, that means cheese omelet in Spanish.
I hate this.
No, it doesn't.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. No, just kidding. You see within the main foyer, Louis, who seems to be dressed rather modestly, saying as if he were staying inside. He's framed between 2 rather massive windows where the curtains have been pulled back to let in the illuminated city and the light pool into the space. Not to say that it isn't lit, however. Not when there's an ornate chandelier with real candles burning that lights up the space, and the crystals that are held by painted cherubs. It certainly looks like a space that you'd think fits almost more for a Camarilla member and not an anarch. Or perhaps like someone of French nobility. Not a
French
man.
Revolution, anarchy.
Not a man of the revolution that took Marie Antoinette's head. Regardless, Louis kind of throws his arms out rather cheerfully. And you say, "Welcome, welcome. Do you like the place? Here, I can bring you around. Are you hungry at all?"
Yes.
Wonderful. Come. And he'll like go over and like take your hands. He'll go to like bring you over to sit in like in one of like the parlor chairs. It's, despite the fact that it doesn't look cushy, it's like surprisingly soft. And the velvet feels great.
I will sink into the chair, but definitely do not feel relaxed.
Okay, you do this, and he kind of like, he watches you for like half a second, and he's like,
"Are you going to be worried if I bring others in? I wasn't sure what you wanted in terms of drink."
No.
So you prefer me?
No. Yes, but
well, he like kneels before you, and kind of like he rests his elbow on your one knee, and kind of then props his chin up on that hand, and he's like,
"You know you can speak plainly to me in this in my house."
Is this your house?
Of course, I own the whole building.
I don't know what.
Do you want it from here? Here?
No, I just.
Or
he was about to gesture somewhere else.
Stop! No.
What is wrong? You're distressed.
Yes, I am distressed.
He kind of he'll get back up and kind of dust off his pants.
So is this not a meeting of pleasure?
I haven't had time for any of that.
Oh, there's always time.
No.
You simply must find it.
There's not.
He sits next to you.
Louis, I have to know.
What about?
Why?
Why I gave you my address? Look, you did not tell Conan about this, yes? No?
No, I have not.
Then there's nothing to worry about. You came alone, yes?
Yes.
Oh, I need you to roll. You gotta.
Yeah, that was a lie.
Please roll for me a lie.
What would that be?
Let me pull up his character sheet real quick, and I'll tell you.
I'm guessing it's a persuasion manipulation check.
Oh my god, it's a.
I would guess that, yeah.
Oh, why are we not? It doesn't even want to load the character sheets I have now.
Or a subterfuge.
This is gonna be a subterfuge, my dear. This is gonna be a manipulation and a subterfuge.
Oof. Hey.
I mean,
2 successes is
maybe.
Okay.
But it is against someone they're bloodbound to.
Okay. He you say that, and he laughs, and then his arm that was kind of like leaned over the back of the couch kind of like slides up over your shoulder and kind of gently shakes the back of your neck, and he's like, "Now, you don't have to lie to me."
It's just Jacksin.
Just Jacksin. Well, I suppose if you're going to bring any of them, I suppose Jacksin is the least harmful.
He's elsewhere.
And no doubt probably taking in the touristy nightlife.
Perhaps. That's not what I meant. I meant not why you sent me the address. I want to know why you changed me.
Why I embraced you into an unlife.
Yes, you said why, but at the time I was a bit predisposed with dying.
Yes, I suppose that is, it does make for hard choices.
And he kind of he uncrosses his legs and he kind of gets back up. And he kind of goes over to one of the mirrors, one of the large floor-to-ceiling mirrors. And he's looking at you through the glass.
I can't look at the glass.
Well, he's looking at you. I'm assuming you're just looking at the floor then.
Yeah.
Okay. But he's watching you through the glass, and it makes for good visuals for the audience. And he'll say,
I told you. I chose you because with every revolution, we need someone to be there, to rise above the smoke, to bring about order, sense. For what is a revolution? Unless there is a plan when it's done. The bloodshed has ceased.
I am the least revolutionary person I know.
But the most rational.
You don't have to be. Clearly, they are going to do most of that work for you.
No, that's not the why. That's not why. It can't be why.
if you are unsatisfied with that answer, I would love for you to roll the wits and insight at a 2. 2 difficulty.
I will never be satisfied.
Almost.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely, there's a part of his reasoning that definitely falls in line. That yes, there always needs to be someone at the end of a war or whatever to pick up the pieces, to lead basically. But you definitely get the sense that you feel like you weren't the first choice for this. In fact, you don't feel like you're the second choice for this.
You could have had expert politicians, expert ambassadors. They are better students than me.
I don't want politicians. They're set in their ways and they tend to put their own agenda first. You are practically selfless.
What's that supposed to mean?
That you don't have ill intent of what would come from the future.
I don't even have any intent for whatever future you want.
A future without the Camarilla.
He says it different from everybody else.
There was others. There has to have been.
His brows kind of furrow at that, and he's like, I'm sorry, but?
There were others. That had to have been.
He kind of like turns to like look at you.
Are you looking into your mind's eye?
No.
Fitz.
Yes.
As you were having this conversation, which
am.
is pretty casual so far, I need you to roll your composure and intelligence.
Composure?
Mm-hmm.
This is an entirely different type
Wait.
of wits and awareness.
You said composure and intelligence?
Yes. Okay. Oh, no, you're definitely not gonna pass that.
Are we having some social fighting right now?
Okay. Just barely, but...
What the fuck is dementation?
Fitz.
What the fuck?
What the
I know what that is. What? Oh, I know what that is. What?
Fitz.
The mirrors are bad.
You hear Louis ask you to kind of repeat yourself, and you can't help but, for the briefest of moments, look up towards him. And you see his face reflected in all of these different mirrors, even at angles where it doesn't make sense, but they're all angled towards you. And he's not as jovial and smiling anymore. What this happens with you failing is that this is going to trigger a clan compulsion.
Oh no. Do you want me to read it for the class?
I would love for you to read a clan compulsion.
My clan compulsion is called Delusion.
Have fucking fun.
Their extrasensory gifts running wild, the vampire experiences what might be truths or portents, but what other call figments of imagination dredged up by hunger, which makes sense because I'm at 3 hunger.
Mm-hmm.
While still functional, the vampire's mind and perceptions are skewed.
Yes.
Yeah, they're screwed too. They receive a 2 dice penalty to rolls involving dexterity, manipulation, composure, and wits, as well as on rolls to resist. Hey, Smudgy Games, thank you for the follow.
Hey.
As well as rolls to resist terror frenzy for 1 scene.
Okay. So, would you like to describe to everybody what your delusion is in this very amplified kind of way? As a Malkavian, this is very important to paint this picture.
So Fitz experiences sensory illusions, or at least he sees things that aren't there in mirrors and in things, and he doesn't like looking at himself because he often sees his brother there instead of him. But he experiences his senses in a way, so he'll hear things that aren't there, he'll see things that aren't there, he'll smell things that aren't there, he'll taste things that aren't there, and it has been slowly been ramping up because of his premonitions. So I imagine that when he looks up for the briefest of moments, not only does he see all of the different faces of Louis contorting, maybe he's angry, maybe he's happy, maybe he's aroused by me, he can't tell what Louis's actual true expression is because of all the mirrors, and he's seeing every single possible expression he could have in each and every mirror. But not only that, but he also sees every single possible, well, he sees his brother in every single mirror instead of him.
Mm-hmm. Instead of Louis, you see your brother instead?
No, instead of Fitz.
Okay.
Instead of Fitz in the mirror, he sees his brother in the mirror.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know the best way to kind of describe it right now.
I think that's a great start. And I'm assuming you kind of would rather focus on your brother's faces over Louis' faces right now, right?
Because at least my brother's smiling, right?
No, he's not. He's actually frowning. But in each iteration that you see, he is looking at Louis.
And licking his lips.
You picked someone else. You picked someone else. You picked him. You took him.
Louis starts kind of walking towards you. and for the briefest of moment, you hear the crunching of leaves. And when your eyes open back up, you look around and you're in a campsite. The campsite in Spain, where your brother disappeared. And he's going towards you.
Why? Why me? No, why him? Why him? You wanted him because he was the son of an ambassador, not just any ambassador. He's part of my family. My family, the Winters family, not the Winters family. No, you wanted somebody from the Jaeger family line.
Content warning, this might get a little mindfucky.
I wanted them to be wholesome tonight. I was so
Let's
excited.
go.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, now I'm glad I'm not there. I'm having my own fucking crisis somewhere else.
You're sitting on the side of the road drinking wine.
With Toulouse-Lautrec.
You wanted an inn.
I think you're being very, very presumptuous.
No, I'm being very, very perceptive.
He reaches out to touch your head.
And you made it harder for me to be very, very perceptive.
I am seeing what the cobweb has you do. And you see very interesting things, I'm sure.
Now, he pulls your hair very tightly with, like, to jerk your head off to one side to force you to look at him and not the mirrors, not the...
Which head is he jerking off?
Hey!
The one with the hair on it.
I'm still confused.
I don't have a hairy dick. Shut up.
Forces you to look at him. And he will say,
You are a choice. Yes, you are not my first choice. And you are not my second choice. But my first shard of glass shattered. And my second shard of glass is currently missing. And you... Well, you're here now, aren't you? Now, let's change the topic of conversation. What have you been doing lately? Tell me everything.
No.
this is your sire with a blood bond that is
Of
now...
5 dots, yes.
Of 5 dots that is now demanding of you.
Who fucking mentally T-posed you?
Yes. This is not a good situation for Fitz to be in with the dementation happening.
Dementation.
But what I would love for you to do is that if you would love to resist what he is asking of you, you need to roll a resolve plus intelligence versus the bond strength, which is a 5.
And I don't get the 2 dice penalty because it's not a dexterity, manipulation, or composure or wits roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we go.
4.
Barely.
4.
I'll use a willpower to re-roll.
Okay.
All I need is 1.
You can re-roll exactly the 3 that you didn't succeed on.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. What do you say to him in defiance?
I am not talking about what you want to talk about. I am talking about what I want to talk about. I am in control right now.
I don't think you are.
I am in control of my faculties.
He smiles towards you, and I'm looking up something real quick. Because Kanka is fighting me right now. Okay.
I wanted to see soft fits tonight. I was excited for the boyfriends to reunite. I am hurt.
Don't worry, they're just having a little lovers fight, and it'll be fine. Fitz is really hungry after all.
Julian's throwing all these curveballs at us tonight that I didn't see coming.
Yeah, this sucks.
I want.
Just listen to Life Fishing, and everything will be fine.
He grips harder, and he says, "All right, go on and tell me everything to your heart's content." And before you can say, as you're kind of like looking up towards him, you kind of see two like figures kind of standing on either side, keeping an eye on you. And you see your brother looking kind of like contemplative. And then you see another face on the other side of him. You see a pale blonde with rather kind of like unnatural blue-green eyes looking down towards you with freckles. And he looks rather sad down towards you. You've never seen this person before in your life. But he looks like he's wearing almost like pseudo-military garb from like the Second World War.
Am I allowed to talk now?
Yeah.
You took away my brother. You took him away.
Is that all you're going to ramble about?
Do you know what that did to me?
I didn't know you existed. But now I do. And I'm so glad for you to exist now.
I want nothing to do with the person who took him away.
I saved him. And his tone changes. And it's very clear that his derangement is kind of showing through. In the Conca, it's listed that Louis experiences very violent mood swings at the drop of a hat. So,
I mean, I wish the canker would work. I mean,
yeah,
The canker.
the Conca is really fucking me right now. Because I really want to look at his other
it's doing
abilities.
the same with me. I've been trying to scroll and find shit, but it's taking an arm and a leg.
Trying to look at those other decrees.
Try and refresh because it's kind of.
No, it's still bad.
It's okay. It's fine.
I'll tell you that.
But he will say, I saved him. He didn't want to live this life, so I took him. Yes, it was under the pretense to have leverage. But...
Leverage on the Inquisition?
Of course. What do you think that we have to do to get under the skin?
He is still holding on to your hair.
They don't care.
Of course.
They wouldn't care.
Oh, yes, they do. Because I'm very sure that they care about you right now.
Why? Why? My father, he said he knew.
Oh, your father. A failed hunter, yes. But a hunter nonetheless. Your family is just as important as this prodigal son's family. You, and to a lesser extent now, Lysander, hold leverage. And now they have no leverage to use on us. You are a perfect, polished piece of glass. And you will fit into the place that I need you. Now, I'm going to ask you one more time, very nicely. Are you going to tell me what it is that you've been doing?
No.
Well, then I suppose that I must
tell you what to do. He lets go of your hair in a jerk fashion. The walls have ears, and churches have eyes everywhere. In fact, doing it out in the open of all places. You, he points a finger at you. You are to feed from me when I decree it. To keep you safe. I am here to keep you safe. And your little glass shard. You need to cut it all up. Get rid of it. No more. And Louis is about to do something very bad.
This is probably a trigger warning situation, y'all.
This is a trigger warning situation. If there wasn't a trigger warning before, there certainly is now.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm thriving with this angst.
I'm so upset.
Fitz.
Yeah. I'm feeling lucky.
All right. Let me look this up real quick.
Feeling lucky.
Because the fucking conca don't want to work.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the discipline. All right. We're gonna.
Which one?
He's going to do something called terminal decree.
Ooh.
Everybody's like, oh!
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So, no longer hampered by self-preservation instincts of their victims, the vampire can now issue commands that directly lead to the harm or death of a victim. Mortals can be made to blow their brains out, jump off rooftops, or swallow poison. Vampires can, with a bit of effort, be made to walk into the sun or into fire. This is a very bad dominate skill.
He's gonna lose some humanity.
Yes. So the system behind it, there's terminal commands now must be resisted, regarding rolls, rather than failing automatically. So this means that Louis has given a decree. You gotta go kill this person because I don't like them.
Yeah.
And you have to now resist at any given time.
Whoops.
When dealing with this person.
Uh-huh.
So.
Which person?
Oh, you know.
I mean, you know.
The priest. The
priest.
Twirls hair.
Father Siren.
No!
Oh no, that's just gonna be a stain and then they can remorse it. It's fine.
It's fine. It costs more for Louis to do this than for...
Right, he's just straight up losing humanity and his boyfriend in the process.
Yeah. But... And he does this, he says this, and then he calms down. He takes a breath, and he's like, you must understand. You cannot affiliate yourself with the church. Everything that they stand for is to hurt you. So, as long as you don't go there, or try to see them, by any means necessary, you won't have to worry about hurting. And they won't be able to hurt you. See? It's all fixed now. Now. He claps his hands. Your eyes blink. And the dementation stops. You just see the mirrors. And you see just the one or couple refractions of Louis around you. And he goes and gets a small letter opener, brings it to his wrist, draws it up, Trigger warning, blood. And he looks towards you and says, feed.
Resist. Resist.
And the beast is quiet now in the back of your head. As if almost if it was kind of like disjointed with all the weird shit that just happened. But you do have that pang in your stomach.
Resist.
So it's your choice.
Resist.
Could I, like, do my best to overdo it?
As in, you want to try to diablerize him?
Eat this man.
I
Dude,
mean,
you're just gonna jump up on the ladder, but then
he's-
the Baron's gonna kick your ass.
he's just upset, and he doesn't know how to... I think Fitz is just really upset, and he doesn't know how to fight, and he doesn't know how to fight back against this upsetness.
Mm-hmm.
And right now he wants to be angry at the person that is the cause of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of resisting to feed, but to keep feeding as much as he possibly can until somebody rips him off.
Okay. Sure. You can do that. You go over to... Oh, thank God the conch is working. Kind of. No, it's not really. I wish it did. You go over and you partake at the wrist, which it is hard for you to do that considering it is it's a slow dribble into your mouth. But you do this.
Wait, I can't just go straight for the neck?
He is indicating for you to feed from the wrist because
He is force feeding you.
Because he cut there.
Yeah.
He's making foie gras.
Mm-hmm. So unless you're going to resist that to try to feed from other places.
Like his dick?
Oh.
Are you gonna...
That's
Are
a
we gonna-
legitimate
Am
self-defense
I
mechanism.
gonna resist? Yes, I'm gonna
Are we
try.
biting? Are we biting another man's dick tonight?
Fight it off.
I'm gonna try.
Hashtag trigger warnings, guys.
I'm gonna try, but I'm not gonna use willpower if I don't make it, so.
Okay.
What
Okay.
is that, a resolve?
Fucking to resist, that is going to be a... where is it? Resolve plus intelligence. Versus a 5.
Le fish.
No.
4. Very close.
Ooh, so close. Are you
Are
sure
you
you don't
sure?
want to? Are you sure you don't want to do a willpower?
You could roll 3 dice.
Ooh, it's plenty.
I have 3 willpower left. What happens if you run out of willpower?
Bad things happen.
It's fine. You can
Wait,
always
no,
get
no,
it
no.
back.
What-
I got
what
3 willpower
happens?
too. It's fine.
I have 3
Well,
will. Yeah,
Have
do
you
it.
completed your desire for the night, or?
My ambition was to bring whoever took his brother away to justice.
I mean, if you're biting this man's dick.
No, not your ambition, your desire.
My desire is to connect with Lysander's former friends. I didn't write that, did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I didn't write
Hey,
that.
this is one of
Technically-
Lysander's former
Okay,
friends.
a character with no willpower points left is impaired and receives a 2 dice penalty to social and mental tests.
Oh, that's nothing.
But you're gonna
Bite
get
the
one
dick.
Back
Bite the
because you
dick.
completed
Come
your
on.
desire.
4.
Yeah.
5, sorry.
5. Let's bite it.
Okay. Okay, but you are re-rolling that 4, the 3 dice in that 4. Just so you know that, right?
There's 7 dice that I'm rolling.
Right, but you can only re-roll the non-hunger dice.
Oh.
Oh, then never mind.
You take it back.
Because then I
Never
won't
mind,
be
that
able to.
sucked.
Yeah, then I won't be able to.
You'd be rolling 1 die hoping for a success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's basically what that would be. So,
never mind.
I mean, the first die you rolled was a 5, so you wouldn't have.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it. So
mm-hmm.
never mind.
Okay.
I will go for the wrist as I am commanded to do, but I'm going to drink as deeply as I fucking can. If I could show one little bit of what's the word?
Resistance, bro.
You know, if I can show a little bit of
All right. This is so you start doing this and you start feeding and you're getting
fucking like you're trying to drink a milkshake. Like it's like, come on.
Yeah, like you're getting like a lot of there's a lot of strange feelings going through. And by the way, bring your blood bond to a 6 now. That's as high as it can go, thankfully for you. And you don't want to look at him, but the blood almost begs for you to pay mind to His Majesty. This is a presence discipline.
God, he is French.
Mm-hmm.
Very French, as you couldn't tell by this room that they're in.
This ostentatious fucking room.
Yes. Would love for you to roll for me composure plus resolve, and I'm going to roll something.
Oh my god. What is going on with my life?
My eyes hurt from not crying. Like
that is 5.
That's 5 successes. That's good.
Successes.
Let me.
I mean, for what it's worth, you're rolling like hot shit.
You're rolling shit hot. That's actually pretty good for that. All right, what do I need to roll?
I mean, you had 6 dice, so like, pretty good.
Okay, so this is a charisma plus presence plus discipline. Here we go. Okay, and then will it say what discipline it is? It should, if I remember. Oof.
I'm going to scream.
The Majesty himself.
It's called Majesty, and this is also a very fucky one. At this pinnacle of the discipline.
I'm trying, guys. I really am. By the way.
I know.
No.
You seriously rolled really shit hot. I'm actually surprised that he rolled as well as he did. At the pinnacle of the discipline, the vampire can amplify their countenance to supernatural levels. When they appear as heart-rendingly beautiful, monstrously terrifying, or wielding absolute command, everyone who views them is struck by their image, unable to act or even speak against the vampire. To experience majesty is to be in the presence of the divine, or, in this case, the infernal. And I think this is probably a good point to close on the scene, just for the sake of how triggering that this scene is. I just want to kind of speak to the audience real quick, if you guys don't mind. We're going to end after this. Not all sires of Kindred are good sires. And I know a lot of you guys have sires who care, but I felt like it was time to kind of show that there are sires that don't fit the good mentor status. In fact, in most Vampire the Masquerade games, your sire's a piece of shit. Or they're selfish, or, they're not present. So this is just kind of this is like a diluted example of someone who thinks that they are doing something right when they are obviously doing something very wrong. And next session, when we bring Caleb in with Alezka, that's probably going to open up a bit more information to Fitz about some things. So I'm going to read the closer, if you guys don't mind. If I can find the closer. Where did I write it?
Face has been in
Oh no, it's in the Conca.
No, it's not in the Conca.
It's gone. The narrator ran off with it. He got tired of recapping.
He's like, I don't want to read smut fan fiction. Jesus Christ. But so
I have face in my arms this whole time.
He's been your comfort cat.
Yeah.
Even though we can't see him because he just bleeds into the darkness of your sweater.
Trust me, he's here.
I believe you. I definitely believe
I
you.
can see a faint bit of the ear.
That's his toe, actually.
Oh.
But,
So,
Like,
epilogue time. We see a brick wall and a few construction workers drift by in the early night. Many of them had just finished up the last bits of electrical work that needed to be done and passed by the crew that are working on refinishing the road to look pristine and new. One of the men leans over and mutters to the other, "You know, I heard this place is haunted before the new owners came in. What do you think with all the accidents happening?
oh yeah, that's a flaw for our haven.
With all the new equipment, Ch8 shouldn't be breaking down that easily."
The other man stands there and rolls his eyes.
Aye, I say it's the Shellycoat being mad. You know, we're near the river, ruining everything.
The two men go back and forth briefly before they pass by a sign, unlit. A large spark of electricity erupts from the electric pole some ways down the street, paired with a muffled shriek from within the building itself.
Shellycoat me arse.
Each of the men turn to listen, but are jolted in brief shock by a neon sign that suddenly lights up beside them, showing a gilded cage and a raven trapped within. And that's where we'll end it.
We got a spooky electrical poltergeist.
It's fine. It's fine. I can deal with it. I have
Oh my God, it's
connections
Wick.
now, apparently.
Yeah, it's just
Oh my God, it's Wick.
It's Wick. I'm so sad Jay can't talk to Wick anymore. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for this super late session of Vampire at the Disco. I know it ended a little bit heavy, but I hope everyone's okay. We're definitely going to do some aftercare to make sure everyone is all right. But if you enjoyed what you saw here, give us a follow, either on the channel. We have a Discord. Follow us on Twitter at Jacqueline Hare, all that loveliness. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick wild robin with everybody. Why do I keep saying wild robin, not round robin? With everybody.
A feral child.
There's a feral child that's blocking out the sun. We'll do a quick roundabout.
Jesse's the sun.
Jesse is the sun. And then we'll just head out here. So let's start off with Michael.
Hello, my name is Michael. I've played Jacksin, the Peacock of Glamrock, the Vampire Queen. Shit, I messed it all up. I don't have a new title for the werewolf thing yet, so we'll figure it out later.
Work in post.
Oh, we'll work it. Yeah. Somebody just put that in. Can we drop it in clean? Hey, I had a lot of fun today. There were a lot of fucking twists and turns and curves. Jacksin, was this fucking close to feeling remorseful.
We were.
God damn, he was this.
But he got over it.
I
But he
joked.
got horny
He
instead.
got over it.
I joked with Julian about how every single member of the Coterie is gonna try and walk him through this and say like, "Do you feel sorry? Say that you're sorry." And Jackson's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, I'm here right now." And, you know, like, and it's just a constant of like, just do you feel remorse? No.
See, he can do
slowly.
like good things, but it kind of all just comes back to his sense of like grandeur. He wants to be, he wants to be in charge of everything, basically. I very much enjoyed the roleplay stuff, especially with the fucking many weird scenes with like VW as well. I thought that was great. Yeah, check me out here next Friday where I play an Irish woman. And on Monday, where our party in On Gilded Tides has to kill a bird that it may live.
It has many arms and many scimitars. So,
Yeah.
you want to see Bloodborne?
Isn't that Tail
Come
of
check
Light?
us out.
And then maybe not kill Leon from Pokemon.
He needs his fucking Charizard first.
Where's Noelle?
That's what I'm talking about.
Where is Noelle?
That is the real question.
He got lost. He's fine. He just got lost.
He's lost in the sauce.
But yeah, thank you, Michael. I'm sorry if the Mirage stuff was super intense, but I wanted to kind of address her character because I know she's been kind of like hanging off to the side, so I wanted to kind of like.
The last time we saw her was a distressing moment, so.
Yeah.
I know. I'm glad that she's back. I'm glad that Jacksin has a reason to redouble his purpose to fucking kill Gil.
Kill Gil, make Mirage.
Well, at this point, everybody's kind of like in agreement. That man.
He's a bad man.
He's a
Gil
bad
has
man.
to die.
Bad man.
And once again, I shall say, I miss Necessary Evil Gil.
I know, he's the nicest Gil of them all.
Because he never showed up.
Well,
No, all he did was make model airplanes and was an awkward, nice dad.
Is this what's happening? Like, Christopher is becoming nicer and Gil's becoming worse? Is that what's happening in this universe? I don't know.
The dichotomy of man or some shit. I don't know.
Something like that. Anyway, thank you, Michael. Look forward to seeing what Jacksin will do next time. Moving on to Andromeda.
Hi, I am Andromeda. Nothing tonight happened as I thought it would happen. Literally, so many curveballs. I am upset in the best way. I can't even. Wonderful job, Julian. I need to think about things.
If you guys want to know, Louis is literally based off the Mad King, or like a mixture between the Mad King and the Sun King.
He's fine. He's a great character.
I didn't expect for us to adopt a child. I didn't expect for the Mirage thing to happen. Like,
you didn't expect to adopt a child?
A lot of stuff happened tonight. I know we joked about it, but I wasn't gonna do it, and then I had to do it, and I was like, shit, we got a child now, I guess. Like,
yeah.
She's gonna help me get rid of Gil.
Yeah, she actually